Cocksucker.
That's the cookie's fault.
Where you been, dog?
I've been everywhere.
I know you went to see Pitbull Friday.
I didn't go. My girlfriend went. But you guys ever have like something happen and it brings you back to when it happened at like 8 years old?
Yeah.
I went to saw a movie today. I was in the bathroom. This old guy next to me farted at the urinal, and like when I was like 10, I was in the bathroom with my best friend and Wendy's. This old guy farted, and we both died laughing. We ran to the parking lot. He saw us, and and this guy farted next to me in the urinal at the movie theater today, and it took all my strength not to laugh. It's fucking crazy.
It's funny when you fart. Like I blasted a fart in the bathroom airport bathroom about a month ago. Everybody freaked out. Like everybody. It was a long one. I was at the urinal at the end of the pee. Yeah. When you're fucking Uranus, you're tightening it up and shit. And I blasted one, a long one. And people looked at me. I thought that's what you blasted farts. But I guess not.
Oh, my.
I guess you got to blast them in public.
I did one from the bathroom this weekend, and Paula started laughing because my bedroom is not that far from my bathroom. I had this big fart, and she just started laughing. So I thought that's pretty cool.
What else did you do all weekend?
Not much. We had her mom's birthday dinner, and then picked her up Saturday, went to the gym, watched some TV, watched Patriot Sunday.
They win?
Yeah.
Everybody happy? Bill Belichick good?
Yeah, as good as you're ever. I mean, I was worried because the Bills. I was worried we're going to lose, but it looks like we're getting better.
Beautiful.
I don't really have any.
The Bills?
The Bills were doing pretty well, and we were tied for first.
What?
Yeah, it's only 6 games into the season.
Yeah, get him started.
He's a Cowboy fan.
Next thing you know, he's got binoculars.
Ortiz has testicular cancer. David Ortiz, you hear that today?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Now, who'd the Cowboys beat up on?
Seattle Seahawks.
They smacked them.
They went right at fucking Sherman. They took it to him. They played like men.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Take it to the
a couple fucking freak plays. A punt got blocked for a touchdown, and something else happened. Some fumble for a touchdown. And they still came right back and fucking last-minute drive. Romo wasn't Romo. Amazing. 5-1. They're going to make the playoffs, man. I was done. I thought 6-10 this year.
Look at you. Look at the both.
They're going to break my heart again. They're going to break my fucking heart again. In week 17, like they always do.
Unbelievable. I, of course, went to Denver. The Improv. Very nice people. I want to thank everybody that came out. Had a great time. Metal Brad 420 brought us this fucking
the blunt of death,
7-gram blunt of death, which we're going to spark up after the show tonight.
All Alien OG. And
make a video of. By that time, Lee will be passed out.
Oh, yeah.
Like the girl in 16 Candles.
I had 3/4 of an edible of a brownie today. So.
Oh, well, you're going deep tonight.
We need some milk with this.
What fucking milk?
That's got gluten in the throat. That's so much smoking.
Bringing up milk to Joey is like bringing up ranch dressing.
Why? Don't chocolate milk? How about chocolate milk?
I love chocolate milk.
Let's get some chocolate milk and cut our throats.
Where are we going to get chocolate milk from?
7-Eleven.
No, there's no 7-Eleven around here. We're dead.
There's 7-Eleven everywhere.
Where?
This looks like Bodegaville out here.
There's no 7-Eleven around here. There's 7-Eleven 10 blocks that way.
Oh, yeah.
Laurel Canyon.
Oh, yeah. But there's one off of Burbank.
Where? Oh, that's right.
McDonald's.
You know there's no 7-Elevens in Dayton, Ohio?
How come?
I don't know. Because it can't support it.
They can't support
There's no 7-Elevens in all of Dayton. The closest one is fucking Columbus.
Where'd you fly out of?
Dayton.
Oh, they have a local airport.
Yeah, international airport.
Tremendous. No, Denver was very nice.
Dayton Flyers. That's where fucking Wright brothers were. After North Carolina or something. I don't know. I look at the pictures.
You learn something new every day.
Look at the pictures of the airport.
Denver was very nice. I was very impressed with it. It was... I hadn't been there to do comedy in a long time like that, like by myself. Just to
How long?
Comedy.
Decade?
94.
Wow. 20 years.
96 was the last. I went into the triple run. I did Craig. I did Craig somewhere up close to Aspen, and whatever was Saturday night. That's the last time. I was dating a girl named Carol, the one I found the aluminum foil in her asshole. And I took her with me. It was a nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare.
I'm sure she loves that that's how you remember her.
How'd she get it in there?
Yeah, she's getting married.
How'd she get it in
and
there?
I asked her 2 weeks ago, I said, let me ask you something. Does he know how many dicks you suck? And she's like, no, and he's not gonna know. Okay. He thinks like your breath is fucking minty because that's gum. He doesn't know that's fucking... You probably got fucking testicular fucking nutsack cancer in your mouth that tastes like fucking peppermint juice or whatever the fuck it tastes like. Well, you guys got to get me on that type of stuff.
Tell them what you ate on Thursday.
What I eat?
The chicharron burrito and the tater tots.
Oh, right. Listen. There's certain places that you go to.
Yeah.
Like Ari and I went to Denver one time.
Uh-huh.
First thing we did was we walked around the corner and we got green chili.
Yeah.
At that place.
Oh, yeah,
That's it. That's it. Listen. That's it.
That's it for Denver.
You don't go to Denver to get a steak or a cheeseburger. They have an Italian hero. Listen. Stop it. You walk into a place, you look at the menu. If they got the pork green chili soup, you walk in there and you go, let me get a fucking cup of soup. Don't ask if it's spicy. Don't ask. Just bring extra tortillas, and then you decide. If it's good, bring the cup. If the cup is good, then go all out. Then get whatever you want, but you're going to smother it with the green chili.
Because it'll be good.
Yes. So the first thing I did was, because they have, what people don't know, or some people do know, is that they have different kind of Mexican foods. The food you get in San Diego is different than the food you get in L.A.
Yeah.
But it's completely different than the food you get in the Southwest.
Dallas?
No.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Oh.
Colorado. Utah.
Santa Fe.
That's what they have. They have green chili. When you go to Texas, it's Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Chuy's, Papacitos.
Oh, yeah.
All that, with the queso and all that stuff. So you have 3 different areas, maybe even 4. I don't know what the other one might be.
Don Carlos was talking about that. He said it's some truck went by and said authentic Mexican food. He goes, that ain't authentic Mexican food. He goes, they ain't any authentic Mexican food. I make fucking San Diego garbage Mexican food. That's what that guy makes too. He's like, be honest about it.
Well, it's been Americanized.
Hybrid. Yeah.
It's been Americanized. But there's a lot of things that are very, tacos, fucking tacos.
But they fuck it up in the East Coast. I
like hard shell.
They're not bad. I'm just saying it's not the same. And like when I moved here, I had never tried like a taco with cilantro and onion. When my mom made like taco
I can't
night,
deal with that. No.
East Coast hasn't had fucking Mexican food since Jesus left.
I know, it's so weird.
It's horrible because they didn't migrate, and even the ones that migrate, the good Mexican food in the East Coast, you have to pay for it. It's fucking. It's $19.95 a dish for 2 enchiladas and a bean taco. And North Bergen has one. Where I grew up, North Bergen. It used to be Gregory's 7-day weekend.
That's waste.
Then they have an upscale one in Fort Lee, where it's a tequila bar. But my friends go and they're like, bro, we drop $60-$80 every time we go in there.
I don't understand that. I was telling Paula last night, we were walking by this place on Ventura, and it was like a fancy Mexican place, and the best Mexican food are tacos and enchiladas.
It's garbage food. At its heart, it's garbage food. So don't fucking doll it up too much. Just eat it as it is.
But there's good fucking Mexican.
Yeah, there's good and bad. But
I like the stuff in San Diego, the stuff by the Comedy Store, the Rosaritas, by the Denny's, right by PB, the Bar and Grill,
right across.
all that shit. Behind that, it's open 24 hours.
What's the place on Western that's so good?
The restaurant?
Yeah.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
The one on Western is the one, El Cholo.
Man, that place is good.
That shit
when they make the guac right at your table, the spicy guacamole.
Shit, and the margaritas there.
Yeah.
I used to cater. Me and Josh Wolf used to cater for them. And the main thing wasn't the money. It was to take a gallon of those margaritas. You always told the help, we were out of margaritas, but we ordered 3 gallons. They're out. These motherfuckers drink like fish. And meanwhile, you got one in the trunk. When you coked up a gallon of that fucking margarita juice that they have down there.
Was it hot, though, in the trunk?
Who gives a fuck? You put it on ice in an hour. You take it in an hour.
I know, but still.
No, you just put it in the car and you fucking leave it back there. You cater at night.
Come on, Lee, use your fucking head.
I've never catered.
Yeah, so you put the fucking thing in the truck. They have ice in there from the catering. You can tell them whatever the fuck you want. We're all out. Let me see all 3 of them. Okay, whatever. So we take a fucking gallon home with us, and those margaritas are delicious, and they will fuck you up. So if you're a margarita fan, you're a Mexican food fan, El Cholo on Western Boulevard. Western, delicious. And it's
Past Olympic, I think,
bad.
maybe?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that
pricey.
No,
you can pay like $12, $13. That's it. You can have a great time. It's authentic as fuck. They have the blue corn tortillas or whatever, the blue tortillas, like 2 months a year.
Yeah.
It's a good date place too.
No,
the
margaritas. Yeah, the margaritas. Yeah. In Boulder, there was a place that you had 3 margaritas and they cut you off because they made them with grain alcohol.
What?
So you didn't even taste the fucking grain alcohol. There you are, ha 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 ha. And next thing you know, pop, bam. Fucking delicious. And at lunchtime, they had dollar margaritas, little ones. So people would go in there and get fucking lit. I used to go in there and eat the black beans were the best in there. They had a mix of like refried beans and black beans.
Really?
just delicious. But all that stuff is, you're right, it's not authentic. It's like
but
Taco
it's
Bell with the chalupa. Ask a Mexican what a chalupa is, and he'll look at you and go, I have no idea.
Right.
Because they didn't invent it. That's something. It's like ciabatta bread. That's not Italian. That's some fucking Gentile. So let's be different.
Really?
Yeah. Well, go
John
ask
Ciabatta
an
made
Italian fucking about ciabatta bread. Well, they may call it something else, but that's garbage. I hate that shit. I hate ciabatta bread. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
You know, I heard sushi's not that huge in Japan. Like I heard that's like not like I always thought it was like the main dish.
In Japan. It's different.
Big in Japan.
It's like fucking like dirty birds and shit. You eat dust and seeds and sea clams and shit. And your fucking fish has been stabbed and they throw it back in the water.
Yeah.
So you see where the knife wound was. Shit like that. Shit like that. That's what it's different. But it's fresh, at least. It's fucking fresh. You know what else I bumped? I bumped into this guy in Denver. Well, I knew Bubba. Bubba gave me some good fucking weed, too. But this guy here, Adam Tyree, RevTech, these little vaporize, these new systems, these the electronic vaporization. They're like the blue cigarette, but only with reefer, Neos.
Yeah, they're great. You can get refills from dealers all over the place.
These?
Yeah. They're awesome. That style of thing, anyway. And you just buy the refill from the dealer or dispensary.
And does the battery run out?
Eventually.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it doesn't, though. Maybe it just works on when you pull. I don't know what I'm
lights are
talking
going
about.
on. I would have to imagine some sort of battery.
I would have threw it in my face, Lee.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Lee. No, Denver was very nice. It was the food was great. The hotel, the comedy, the people that showed up were just fucking tremendous. You know? I didn't really go into these dispensaries. I didn't want to get involved.
I went just to do it the first time I went. I went just to go and like, you're not even going to check my card or anything? Yeah. And then it's great now. As soon as you stop in.
No, I didn't even go in, nothing like that. I just went and did what I had to fucking do. That's it.
I wonder if they'll have them at the airport at some point. You would think so.
You what?
Have dispensaries at the airport.
That'd be tremendous. Mm-hmm. On the way out.
In Mexico, they sold all the pills at the airport.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And whatever the one is, Cabo.
Mexico is just so crazy. Is it not? Is it me? My friend said he went down there with some coke on the beach.
They're selling coke right on the beach.
On the fucking beach.
They come by in their authentic little outfits, and they go, seashell clam necklace? Seashell clam necklace? And you're like, no, it's okay. This bracelet, authentic. You're like, no, it's okay. Like, cocaine? You want cocaine? Weed, cocaine?
That's fucking crazy.
You're like, all right, man, relax. Get out of here.
And that's at all the beach.
And it's like nonstop. They don't stop coming and pestering you. You got to go off. You got to go away.
I wonder if you give them $20, how much coke they give you in Mexico. They got to give you like a pound or two.
I don't know, but I asked that guy for what about mushrooms? You got mushrooms out here because the water was so fucking warm at night. In the middle of the night, it was like, oh, it's great. And he goes, no, but if they because I was buying weed from him, so I guess he was like on my side. He goes, if anybody tells you they have mushrooms, they're lying. We don't get them here. We've tried. We don't get them here. So
yeah, the cool motherfucker. So he was very beach.
He was still being honest about it.
He was a good guy. Yeah, you get those. Even drunk.
Weed was
honor amongst
hard.
thieves, Lee.
Yeah, to smoke like an entire joint by yourself.
It's terrible.
Pass out a joint to each person in the circle and say, go to work because it's just going to get you buzzed.
It's crazy because this weekend, one of the underlying things I didn't think about till 4 or 5 days before I went to Denver was I thought about calling my daughter. Just in the back of my mind. Like, maybe I should just call.
Is she still there?
I have no fucking idea.
What happened? Did you call her?
No.
What? Why?
I just talked myself out of it, I guess. I wanted to do it and talk about it on the podcast because it's that last loose end in my life.
How long has it been?
It's probably been 10 years now.
I could have had a memory if you contacted me or something.
It's all been it was a misunderstanding. It was an argument. It was a lot of anger involved. Not with
10 years ago?
Yeah, it was like, it was building. It was something that was building for maybe 6 years. They were playing and they kept playing and I kept getting letters and I would get this shit in the mail and overnight box. It was just horrid. It was just a horrid thing to go there. And I tell you what, I went there to work. I went there to do comedy. And I didn't want to call and get into an argument or just have some weird feelings and it ruined my comedy for these people.
Right.
So I said, I'll do it another place, another time. You know what? I reached out years ago and 2 days later, the Facebook page was gone. So obviously, whatever the fuck it is, you know. So it's time to just move on. One part of me wants to move on. One part of me wants her to meet Mercy, and from Mercy to meet her, or whatever. But you know, right now wasn't the time, you know. And that's it. I really wanted to be back on the show and go. Guess what? I called, and this is what happened.
Just tell her she's got a sister now.
Yeah, you know, and just I just didn't want to call the house. Sorry, I just didn't want to. I don't.
What is it? Her mom's house?
Yeah, you know, I have.
How old is she?
She's 24.
She's not still there, is she?
I have no idea, but that's the call I need to make to find all this shit out, guys. You know, because
do you think by like the time she's 30, she'll get over it?
And we both have to get over it. You know, who knows?
What did she say to you last time?
It wasn't what she said. It was the position that she was put into. This is what my beef was, guys. Just so you know, I didn't abandon her or I didn't talk to her. No, I followed up. I remember booking that Taco Bell commercial and getting like a bunch of money and going to Boulder, and it was like one of the worst experiences of my life. I've had better experiences when I had no money and crashed on somebody's couch.
Why? What happened?
I booked a room at the Broker, which was at the time was, $100 and something. This is 12, this is 1997. This is when the decline started. It was 97 that summer. It was the slow decline. We were okay for about 2 years. I left Boulder in June of 95. And we were okay. I was sending letters. I was talking to her on the phone. I was going back when I did comedy. I went to pack up my apartment. I saw her. I wasn't seeing her, guys, for a day. I was seeing her for 4 hours. It was just brutal. But I saw her. I put my time in. But then once I left, guys, it's like anything else. I would call her. She'd be sleeping. And then they moved to London without me knowing. They moved to London. After that incident in Boulder in 97 that I went and bought a hotel room, rented a car, I had to pay somebody $500 and pay their credit card bill to use their credit card. In those days, they would let Lee put his card up for me. Now they won't. Now you have to have a matching card. Lee's driver's license has to match his credit card. In those days, Ari could lend me his credit card. So the friend that lent me his credit card only had $1,000 on his card, and he had $800 on there. So I said, how about I take the $800 off? Would you lend it to me if I paid that bill? So that's how I got to do. So everything cost me a ton of money. And I went to Boulder.
She just doesn't want you in the kid's life?
In the kid's life. And for 3 days, she kept telling me, yeah, later on we'll do it. And then she would say, that she doesn't feel good. Oh, this is what's going on. And that was like 3 days. Like, I couldn't really deal with that. That sent me back in. I went into like this fucking cocaine thing because at that point in my head, it wasn't that the mother was playing with me. It's like the mother was, what's that when they, poked the fucking bee's hive. Like we had already been through 15 rounds. Yeah. And the judge told the next time you don't let him see the daughter, I'm going to get you for contempt of court. And me, I'm not the type of guy that I won't call cops on somebody for contempt of court. So I went back and I called and I said, listen, I haven't seen the kid in like 4 fucking months. Since I see her, 5 hours a week or 10 hours every other week, let me just see her 3 days, 5 hours. Well, she's got school and, there's plans and she has activities and she has dinners with friends and what the hell, she's fucking 8. She's 7. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So this time, that's what really fucked me up. When I went in 97 and
just didn't want you to see her.
No, I just got worse.
It's fucked up what divorce does to people. Like, my parents hate each other.
Yeah, no.
And they were married for 20-something years. I mean, they shouldn't have been, but still, just hating. It's like...
And it was probably 10 years too long. Yeah, that's why the hatred is. They hate each other for wasting each other's lives. You start getting mad. You go...
Like you made me old.
Yeah, like you get mad at somebody, and then that anger goes away, and then you get mad at something else. Like, Jesus Christ, I didn't love you for 12 fucking years, the last 12 years of our lives. You didn't even sleep with me for 8 of those years. I could have been with somebody else. Now, who the fuck wants me now? Who the fuck wants me now? So divorce, the anger in divorce, it's different levels of it. First there's anger for this, then it turns into something else, then it turns into something else. And that's, right now I'm angry. I was angry because I thought, listen, man, in my mind, I was thinking about this at 4:30 in the morning. I just woke up last night and was thinking about stupidity. I was thinking about how the C in criminal for me was the same C in comedy. I've used the C in the word criminal and applied it to the C in my comedy career. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the hustle that I had as a thief.
Oh, okay.
I've applied it to the comedy thing, like my hustle. And it's what was I talking about? I was saying something.
But why you were mad?
What was I
about your daughter and your wife? Divorce.
No. And it was, I know for a fact, like with me right now, I'm not mad at her I'm mad at her right now for cutting my legs off. 20 years later, that's what my anger is.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you the truth? That's what it is. She cut my legs off.
The mom.
You know, when somebody came up to John Gotti and said, "Hey man, we have a rat," and they told him it was Sammy the Bull Gavano, he always fucking knew this is the way his end was gonna come. He knew it.
Sammy the Bull.
No, Gotti. What killed him was it was Sammy the Bull who ratted on him. Out of all the different situations, when somebody close to you cuts your legs off, you know, somebody was reminding me.
Who killed Gotti?
He died in jail. Somebody reminded me the other day about Dane Cook, that his brother robbed him for $7 million, whether it's a stepbrother or a brother. Beside the money, after a while, you're not mad at the $7 million. You're mad at the person who took it from you. Like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Why did this happen? So for years, you're mad at why this happened. Then you get mad at how did this happen? You know, well, Lee gave me the numbers to the fucking thing. So now should I be mad at fucking Lee too for giving him the fucking... You know, I'm just saying, Lee.
No, but do you think, like, if you sat her down, your wife, or, like, someone else didn't, and, like, why are you mad? Do you think she even know? Like, it seems like it's at the point where you're just, you know you're supposed to be angry, so you're angry.
She's probably very upset also. I don't know, since we come from two different planets, I don't know how her anger, where her anger is coming from.
For, like, what? You don't even know each other anymore. It's been a lifetime since you talked to her. I still don't know how I'd react if she came into a room and you sat us down.
How you would react or how she would react?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Last night I was thinking about Tate.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about when Dana White called Tate into the room. And he said, I want you to fight again. And Tate said no, how I felt. I felt a weird way. You know? And I love Tate. And, you know, my man Joe Rogan, I love Joe with all my heart. But he always talks about how he quit fighting because he didn't want brain damage. You know, that's something Brad Pitt would say.
Right.
That's something an actor would say. I shouldn't hear that from Joe Rogan. That's something an actor would say. Right. You know, and for a long time I'm like, you know, what the fuck, Joe? You know, I had a shot to shoot Kent Vela and Steve Tidwell. As dumb as this sounds, I had a shot to shoot these two idiots. Because one lesson I learned early on is that dead men don't tell tales. I've always known this. And that day I made the mistake and kidnapped Vela with Tidwell. I knew the only way I was going to get out of this now is by shooting them both. And I remember going, you know what?
You knew that?
I knew that when I got into the argument with them, when they came back and the air cleared, that Tidwell was going to rob me now. That had become a double whammy on me. I remember going, I have a 9mm in the car. It was 1:30 in the afternoon, guys. It's like it's residential area at 1:30.
Yeah. I
could muzzle the fucking gun and shoot both these fucking morons. Until this day, I thought about it for like 8 minutes. I could go in there and just shoot these guys. I went into the trunk of the car, took the gun out, went in my car, sat there, pulled the fucking thing back, and I go, I could shoot these guys and just drive away, and nobody will ever know. I'll shoot them at 6-7 feet distance so the blood doesn't hit me. I'll go home, get rid of the clothes up in the mountains, and that's it. This is how you think in 2 minutes. This is the decision you made. And something came over, I got this warm feeling, I got like this anxiety, I started to cry. And I felt really bad for the thoughts I had. When I tell you that story, you're like, Joe, that's a great fucking story. You know, Joe Diaz and I love you, but you sound like a fucking pussy. So for 20,
what? I don't think so.
So for 20 years, I sounded like a pussy. In my mind, I was like, you know what? Say whatever.
Because you didn't kill those guys?
Because I didn't kill both of them. Because I reneged on that deal in my mind. God.
And that's why I went to jail.
And I'm not ashamed to say this. This is my thought mentality is. But you know what? I'm not a killer.
No.
And that's why I didn't kill him. You know what? Joe Rogan is not a fighter. If not, he would have fought in the UFC. Tate's not a fighter. Tate's doing other things now. Yeah. Tate's a business owner. Tate opened up a jiu-jitsu school and a gym. Tate counsels people with mental health problems and with drug problems. You know, Joe Rogan, you know, if you don't do something, and I hear for years, and I came to this conclusion at 5 a.m. last night, that all this time I had been thinking like, Joe, that's a great fucking story. Tell that to some blonde chick. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that story because it depresses me. And guess what? That's why that story happened. That's why I didn't kill Stephen Tidwell.
Because you're not a killer.
Because I'm not a killer. You know, I feel bad. Have you guys seen what they did to that dog?
No.
The guy stabbed him. The dog got 1,000 stitches. And then they hit him in the head with a shovel, and the dog lived. They stitched him up.
Oh, thank God.
And they're going to press charges on the guy tomorrow.
The guy stabbed who?
A dog.
A pit bull.
The guy stabbed a pit bull out of nowhere?
Now the guy's saying that the pit bull attacked him, but the people at the health clinic are like, listen, that dog came in here half dead, and he was licking us. That dog wouldn't attack himself, so you better rethink your fucking story.
Oh, really?
And on top, if he did attack you, you went and stabbed him with a shovel. Most people would stay in the house. You came back with a shovel and hit him on the fucking head 10 times. You know, I can never do something like that.
To try to kill him?
I can never hit an animal. I can never shoot an animal with a gun to try to eat. I can never do any of these things. But that's the way whoever the higher power is put me on this fucking planet. That's the way it was figured out. You know, when I came to that conclusion today that I wasn't a pussy, I just wasn't a killer.
I don't think you're a pussy at all.
Joe wasn't a pussy for not fighting. He just wasn't a fighter. And thank God, he became one of the best comics working. He's a great fucking announcer. He's great with all that stuff. He's helped me dramatically. Tate's a great businessman.
Why did that guy stab the dog? Why would he stab a pit bull?
Sometimes in life, you know, you think that you did something wrong, but it was your direction in the right way. You know, it's the fucking weirdest thing.
Crazy to think about at 5 a.m.
Yeah, and I woke up and stayed awake after that. When I go to bed, I started tweeting, suck my dick, and fuck the Gentiles. So that, you know, so I didn't have the guts to call her.
Oh, that's where you're going.
It wasn't about the guts. It was, I don't know. I just didn't want the drama. I didn't want to face the music right now. I didn't want to. I don't know. I don't even think I'm prepared to sit.
I know what it is. I've done it too. Just pussed out a little bit.
Yeah, you just puss out sometimes, but maybe sometimes on the other side, it's the right move, and I don't know that yet. The day I pussed out of shooting those guys, I didn't know that yet. When Joe Rogan decided he didn't want to fight no more, he didn't know that yet, that this was the other side of that. So sometimes you don't know something. So that's the lesson I learned in Denver this fucking weekend. And it played out to that stupid thing that for 20 years I've been living like a pussy. I should have shot Vela and when I had the chance in Tidwell. But thank God I didn't. Yeah. I did something with that energy. I'm here.
You know those guys now?
I always thought Tidwell was going to show up this weekend. I had a funny feeling that.
Why this weekend?
Because I was in Denver.
Oh, okay.
Vela, I talked to him. I apologized, and we've been playing phone tag for the last month.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry about the kidnapping.
Yeah, he's not doing too good right now. I think he's back on the booze. His mother's sick, so that affects people a weird fucking way. What's that? What's that?
Coyote?
Some guy was singing or something.
Oh, I thought it was a coyote.
What are you thinking? How you feeling, guys?
I'm pretty fucked up.
You look beautiful. What are you thinking about to eat? Spicy
I don't know.
pepperoni
I have
from Subway sandwich.
No, I have Tres Leches for her mom's birthday.
How many leches?
Tres.
How many? Wow. How big is the piece?
It's like that big. It's a normal piece.
How many calories?
Tres Leches has to have 1,000.
How many you got left? How many points?
Like 700.
Look at you.
Gonna go over.
No, I don't know if I'll have the cake. I'm gonna try not to. But I was thinking about something we talked about on Thursday.
What we talked about?
You got mad at me because I was stuck at a plateau when I went to the gym 2 times in a day.
That's an earthquake.
No, it was me going like this. Sorry.
What
was that cake?
It's okay.
What was the cake?
It's so good.
No, what was this cake?
Oh, death.
Death?
It's like, I don't know what kind. It's like chocolate. But anyways, you got mad at me and you were like, you're gonna burn out. And I was thinking about like the reason I think I get so interested in your drug stories is because I know I'm an addict. I mean, I have that. Everyone in my family is addicted to something. I know every time I gamble, I love it. And like,
how come you don't take a fart to the mouth? Why don't you?
Because I'd be addicted to that.
Why don't you take a fart to the mouth? Are we ready for another brownie?
Oh, geez, no. But I was like,
you can't walk on one leg.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, let's break the devil open. Let's try the devil. No, I got another devil. I got a white devil.
What's the white devil? This is the black devil?
That's the black devil.
It's got blood eyes.
Oh, yeah. Look at the white devil.
Oh, I say.
Which one we're going to eat? You see, this isn't even my idea.
Yes, it is.
He's our guest lead.
I think black devil.
I had 3/4 of one. I'm fine.
That's it. You got to taste the black devil. It's gingerbread.
Wait, what time do we eat that? How is it still coming?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you probably have a better metabolism than I do, so who knows? But I think so.
I know you do have an addictive personality.
And I think, like, I get addicted to the numbers going up, but I realize, like, Yeah, it was bad. Like I felt bad that I was there for a second time that day, and it's a weird thing when you're losing weight. I'm sure you dealt with it. Like you love seeing the numbers go down, so you start doing stupid shit.
You're going too far, then you crack your leg open, or then you I can't do it today, and then you don't do it at all.
It's the law of diminishing returns, and he has to jump on something else. He's got to take a Zumba class or take a weightlifting. He's been on that thing for 3 fucking months now.
So what? He's losing 55 pounds.
He's losing 55 pounds, but somewhere along the line, he's gonna hit a plateau.
He's saying just do a different kind of exercise.
Oh right. What exercise do you do now?
Just the elliptical.
What's the elliptical?
The fucking thing.
The running.
Yeah.
Just cardio, all cardio.
That's all I've been. And you know what, man? I think I'm just scared of weightlifting. I bought a thing to learn how to do kettlebells.
What do? You watch TV while you cardio?
Yeah, I bring my iPad.
Change the game. When you can watch a fucking movie right there and lose yourself in it. You get high?
No, I got high once.
What's he doing? That's how you can go a long time, Joey.
You're
responsible for teaching him, though.
No.
This guy.
Joey, it reflects badly on you when he acts this way.
This fucking guy. It took me a year to get him just to 24-hour fitness. A year.
Right.
He's going to call this guy. This guy didn't answer the phone. He went to the park. The guy wasn't there. The guy quit. It was a nightmare.
I hated it.
He hates it. He hates that shit. So I've been telling him to do something different because what is he going to do what are you going to do when you lose the weight? That's it.
How about
you're never going to go back again.
That's what I'm doing.
So you're going to walk till fucking you're 1,000. You got
skiing?
Because you're going to have to find something that you enjoy. Like you have to join a basketball league where they practice twice a week and they play 2 games a week.
Go join comedians basketball league.
So you run. So you have to do something. This weight isn't going to just stay off you.
I know.
What are you going to do once you lose the 100?
Crime fight. Nighttime crime fight.
Did you see Jonah
Get
Hill?
back to the community.
You see Jonah Hill?
Oh, of course he gained the weight
back. All the way back.
All of it back.
Everyone does. It happens to everyone who loses.
Just like alcoholism.
But not all of it. I didn't lose. I kept off the 400 pounds.
No, that's pretty. What
are you at now?
309. 304.
And what'd you get down to with the first time?
270. Wow. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
I'm dickering on 300. This Denver thing killed me last week. I've been dickering.
But you must have had like a point, like when you got down to 270 and started going back up. What point made you stop again? Because
he went past where I think his goal was like 280, and then when he got down to 270, he's like, "Oh, I got room to give."
Do you know what I was
started
doing?
going up.
I was doing?
What?
I was doing what he's doing.
What? All or nothing.
I was walking. Once you give up that walking.
Oh yeah.
When I first moved to North Hollywood, I would walk Terry to the train.
Yeah.
And then I would walk all the way to Riverside, all the way back up to Hunger, all the way back up to my house. I would leave the house at 8, and I wouldn't get back till 9:30. Then I would not eat or eat. Then I would go to the gym. So this is why I'm very happy about one thing. Over the knee surgery, I lost weight because I signed up to the thing he told me, my fitness plan. Now, what you don't have to do no more, don't add your exercise in there.
Well, yeah, that was a mistake I made earlier.
Don't add it.
You eat the calories you burn.
Calories. Don't even think.
So you can't do that.
Just go straight.
Because you're like, I can make this up.
Just go straight.
Right now they give me $1,590 a day, and today I did 700 on the elliptical.
So you get those back. So
you could
2,200.
No, you could.
So if he ate the 1,590 and didn't think about the 700, he'd lose.
Well, that's what I'm doing now.
22,000 pounds. That's what happens. I became too dependent on that walk.
On the walking, yeah.
The working out and the kickboxing.
Because then your habits don't change too. Because in your habits, you keep eating. So then you cut the walking out, you don't change. You keep eating the same amount, and it goes back up.
Oh my God! I used to go to 9. There's an 8 o'clock kickboxing class right down the block there.
Yeah.
At that place, it's tremendous from 8 to 9:30. By fucking 11 o'clock, my stomach would eat itself from the inside out.
Really?
I would hear the stomach open up. I try to eat like my lung. Like that's how hungry I was. And Lee, I was not hungry for 5 almonds. It was like I had hunger for a steak and a baked potato and a salad and a milkshake, and it was fucking overwhelming. Like it was just like I can't do this. And I would do what you do. I'd eat a sandwich, lay down, and go, I can't do that. I'd get up, eat another sandwich.
That's my problem with the edibles right now.
Half a bag of fucking.
I'll go to bed, like I'll run into the bedroom, but then after an hour, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta eat something, and then it's like downhill.
What I'll do is nonstop.
Yeah.
And you go crazy. You can't just have 3 chips and then put the bag away.
Because it gets better as soon as you taste it.
Yeah. These are a good idea.
This will kill you. This so kind.
Something sweet to knock this down would be good. Yeah. And then you have that I better cancel it out with some chips.
This so kind.
Oh,
this will kill you. When I used to eat the cookie.
What's so kind?
That's the label.
The brand.
So kind. I like the fucking presentation.
That's the devil. We're gonna eat that before we leave tonight.
Oh my gosh.
When I would eat the whole cookie, when I got home at night, it was overwhelming. Like I would eat and then some. And you know what else makes me hungry?
What?
Moving metal.
Moving metal?
Don't think.
When do you move metal?
When you move kettlebells or any type of weight.
Makes you hungry.
That's a complete different
metal. I didn't know that either.
That's why when you leave there, you have to drink a protein shake.
Protein. You need protein right then.
As soon as you get out of there, bam! Because if not, you're fucking starved. Like today, I lifted weights for the first time. I went over with Mike, John Evans, and lifted at his house. Fucking tremendous setup, guys. He's got these new weights that 30, 45 pounds. They don't feel 45 pounds. They're rubber on the outside, but metal. Oh my God, fucking tremendous.
What do they feel, more or less?
They felt this. They on top of you, they feel like 45-pound plates. But when you pick them up to carry them, they're like amazing. The bar feels light. It's just amazing what they've done. They've done great shit with fucking everything, you know. So what's been going on with you, cocksucker? You were over in
London?
I
went to Denmark too. They had excellent weed. I didn't even talk. Yeah, they have some of the best weed I've ever had. Denmark has amazing weed.
Where do they get it from?
They have a lawless area in the middle of Copenhagen.
No, do they grow it over there?
They grow it.
Wow.
All sorts. I'm like, you have sativas, you have indicas. It's like, yeah, these are here, these are there. I mean, they have selection that you don't get fucking anywhere. It's a legit quality. Hash.
Ooh, I didn't like hash.
You don't have to buy it then.
That's true.
They got 2 rules there. No taking pictures and no running.
Is it like a black market?
Yeah, it's the green light district. That's what they call it.
How come you can't run?
It freaks everybody out.
So you can't run.
Yeah, we don't like it running.
Oh, put that away.
It's this the army left. And they left all these barracks up and the squatters moved in and they started fucking doing their own shit. Oh my God, you just ate the devil's brain. I'm gonna eat the eyeball. I want the eyeball.
I don't have a choice, do I?
Not really. Deliciously.
No, it's not.
Delicious. Taste it.
Somebody wrote me to tell me that he's not coming to see me in Dayton because I chew on microphone. My podcast. He goes, it's disgusting and I will not stand for it.
It's a weird stance to take.
There's a weird stance, especially when I'm not doing it. That's like, Lee, well, I won't be doing it now. I'll be doing comedy. Lee, pop that in your mouth.
I already did.
That's delicious too.
And
that white chocolate. And nutritious. Delicious and nutritious. Jesus, Joey.
What are you going to do?
We're just talking about weight loss. And you just fucking...
That's hard. It's hard for me.
The sugar's hard for me.
Really?
Just giving up the sugar.
Well, do you work out? Because you talk about eating a lot of candy.
I eat a lot of candy. But then I'll get high and I'll forget to go eat. Like I'll be hungry at like 1. I'll be hungry at 1 and then I won't go to eat till 5, 6. I keep like procrastinating. Like, let me check my Facebook one more time.
Well, do you think New York's helped with it? Because all that
I
walking.
walk around a lot.
Yeah.
I walk around a lot.
That's different. That makes a big difference.
It's nonstop.
I took the train here for like the first time. I like it a lot. I miss taking the train.
Clean as shit here too.
It's clean. I think what's fucked up about LA is no one really talks to each other. On the train, I had a stupid conversation with somebody.
Nobody talks to someone in New York either. What do you think?
Well, they talk a little bit.
They don't say nothing. You
have human interaction.
Sure,
and then
my armpit on your jacket.
Yeah, and then you have the fucking assholes in LA who walk on the street, walk when there's no walk signal, and they get mad at you if you're like beeping at them or something. That's the worst. And I don't think you see that much in New York. I don't know.
No, in New York, it's everyone for himself. They all know.
It's everyone for themselves, but they'll run across the street.
I'm saying, yeah, it's like you just go whenever you want.
Oh, these fucking people, they'll walk across the street like they got nowhere to be.
Oh,
and the younger they are, the slower they are.
That's how they show their freedom.
I want to hit them with the fucking car. They fucking pissed me off. When I was a kid, I ran across Broadway, bitch.
Yeah.
10 times a fucking day.
Say sorry, you hold your hand up like thank you.
There was a light
at least do the fake jog.
Get a pep in your step. Yeah, the walk with your arms bent. Yeah.
That's all I'm asking
for.
Still
same distance, but like we're going.
No, it's there's a big fucking difference. You like the train in LA?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, we couldn't go everywhere though.
That's true.
It goes downtown.
It goes downtown, but from where? From up
and
here.
And it goes to Pasadena.
Yeah,
but not all the way to the ice house, though. I've asked. Apparently.
You can get to San Diego too, from right near your place. You can walk and then get it. I don't know where it gets off in San Diego, but Escajeda used to do it.
You take a train to the American Comedy Company right from there.
That'd be fun.
Really?
But I saw a guy that made me think of you on the train.
What happened?
This Mexican family, and this girl was pissed off. It was like when all 5-year-olds get really moody and stuff. And this dad Like, you ever have misconceptions? Like, this guy had tattoos, and like I was like he was gonna be a mean dad. They got on the train. That girl was climbing all over him. He was being really, like, it was really sweet. I just thought of you. Like, people might look at you and be like, oh, he won't be a great dad. And then I see you with Mercy, and like you're counting and like you're talking like yourself, but you're like, let's watch Peppa Pig. Like, how do you like that? Or just some weird stuff, and it just made me think of you.
I have a nice bond.
I love seeing you and your daughter. Let's watch Peppa Pig, cocksucker.
I have a good time with her. She digs it too. She digs the warmth. And what do you got over there, Lee? Is that a pen over there?
Yeah, you want it?
No, I'm all right. What I need a fucking pen for? What am I, Paul Revere?
Revere.
What the fuck is
Paul,
that?
I don't think Paul Revere used pens.
I don't think so either.
He used the feather.
No, he just rode the horse.
Who gives a fuck? Maybe he had
You
a sign for
brought
it.
him up. You love
Maybe he
him.
had a sign for it. They just gave him the horse at the bank. Oh, shit.
What does that mean?
It's Monday, little Tony Bennett. A little inspiration.
Lee, what are we going to do about these Palestinians?
Oh,
Don't
don't
get
what
talk about that again.
are we going to do
People get so
about
mad.
these Palestinians? You know what somebody pointed out to me about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
What?
You know whose fault it is? And I was like, come on, you can't lead with, you know whose fault it is. And she goes, men. It's never any women there. It's all the men.
That's true.
Yeah, it is true.
Well, did you see that like the British government voted to vote to recognize Palestine as like a country today?
Recognize, what does that do? Recognize.
This is a terrible conversation to have.
Why you even got to bring it up?
I didn't bring it up.
So you excited about your special? It's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. 2 weeks and 2 days.
How much material? 50 minutes?
No. 70, 75.
Oh, it's an hour long.
Yeah.
Will they put it out the whole 75? If you
online,
like it?
online.
That's cool.
Yeah, on the TV it'll be 44. But online, yeah, the whole thing will be the whole thing.
That's fucked up that they gotta take 30 minutes away.
Fucking, you gotta sell Snickers, man. How else is Snickers gonna get eaten?
Do you think what it could let's say, I know you can't afford it, but
What?
let's say a comic could afford buying all the ad time on Comedy Central. Do you think they would just run it straight?
If they get, oh yeah, absolutely,
That'd be really cool.
absolutely, they would do that. Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fun if someone did that.
I wonder how much ad time would cost at fucking 11 p.m. whenever they put these specials on.
Yours is going to be an R-rated one.
I mean, they're not giving me any notes, I'm assuming. I don't know. It's not like I'm a clean comic.
Well, you're not going to go up at 8 o'clock.
No way. Probably not.
Aren't they on at 11 o'clock?
But why not? Why
Yeah.
not put me at fucking 8 p.m. on a Sunday? Why not that?
That's
People
like
are
the
home.
biggest kids' time ever.
Fucking, yeah,
That's
so what?
America's
Let them
Funniest
see
Home
what I'm
Videos
telling
time.
them.
Now, when
You're 13, you're a grown man.
I
You
put
can
on
know
Cat,
this.
I put on Cat Williams on a special like at 12.
At
He
noon?
curses. No, he curses, but they still beep him, right?
I think they beep N-words, but like last night they had Team America World Police on and they didn't bleep any
Sometimes
of
they
that.
have late night stuff where they don't bleep anything. I think they're always allowed to not bleep stuff, but then it's just like sponsors.
Oh, cable companies are not under FCC. It's only like CBS and Fox. Cable companies are just like we want.
But then FX, what FX does, they go, okay, we're going to say shit. And then the sponsors aren't going to leave. We're still going to get sponsors.
Right.
I wish they'd all do that. Just be like, well, this is our new thing now. We're going to get better viewers because
Like
we're
Sons of
cursing.
Anarchy, they curse.
Do they?
Yeah, they don't say fuck.
Remember the old shows? They used to go like, stop there, fuzzball.
Yeah,
They'd have
like
to
all
get
those.
around it. But it sounded so fake.
I love when they do it for movies now. You're watching it like on
redub?
TBS, yeah.
The redubs, yeah.
Like fudge you, man.
When I did Marin, you can't say certain words.
Marin?
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
the
can
show,
say,
the
you
TV
can
show.
say certain words. So I remember them saying you can't say suck or fuck or
You can't say suck.
something crazy you couldn't say. But you know what? Hey, they working halfway with you.
No, to
That's
me, it's like,
better
get
than-
out of here. What are you talking about? Shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're talking like regular people.
But we don't
You're
want them
getting
to
my
do
way.
that, 'cause
You're getting my way.
That's the whole reason why these are successful, and that's why some podcasts aren't. Because when some podcasts try to be like
PC or just like look.
produced shows, just even
Yeah.
produced, like they
Should
fail.
say that we're going to lose sponsors.
Fuck that shit. How do you feel? Is this old material?
I'm ready to go.
Some material that you
I've been
had
ready for
before?
7 months.
Are you serious?
I've been ready for 7 months.
You've been holding this material.
They've been like, wait, we got to, Comedy Central's going to do it. I'm like, come on. And then they're like, all right, we're going to do it. And then they talk when, and then it goes longer and longer, and I'm ready. I was ready to do a CD in fucking December.
last year.
Yeah.
That's the worst when you have all that material.
I'm like, let's go. And they're like, just don't. I'm like, let me just record it. Then you can figure it out later. I almost just recorded it and said, I'll give you a month to ask them. But they're doing
amazing when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
When you're really ready to go and you know the material back. But the material always grows.
Yeah, yeah.
The material grows. The more you say it, you find little
To a
loopholes.
point, but then sometimes it sort of stops growing.
And you get sick of saying it.
Yeah. And then I lost a couple stories to the Storyteller show that I was going to do in the hour. So then I was like, okay, that revives me. Then I can do another 10 minutes of material or something, replace it with. Yeah.
This festival you did in Denmark, how many sets did you do there?
4 sets,
and
short
it was just
sets.
You and Bob Kelly.
Nope. And a Finnish comic, an Iceland comic, and a Denmark comic. And a South African comic.
In English?
Yeah, all in English. It's pretty interesting.
And
the Icelandic comic, been doing comedy 5 years. Comedy's a new thing in Iceland. And he's the top 5 comic in Iceland. Just dominating. A country of 350,000 people.
And they love Pablo Francisco. I think that was the first.
That's Iceland? Finland, I think.
Finland.
Yeah. But all that Scandinavian countries, man, they're all different, but they're some funny people. And I saw a guy from Norway in London. That was funny.
How was London for comedy?
London was pretty cool. They take you to the middle of Leicester Square, okay? This guy Chris Quayle got me some spots out there. He took me to the middle of Leicester Square, which is Times Square, and he just started turning my body around. He pointed to a building. He goes, there. They do comedy there 6 days a week. Turned me a little more. That building there. They do comedy there 5 days a week. That building there 7 days a week. Right there. That's the Comedy Store. 7 days a week. Look at that one. We saw 8 places without taking a step. Just all around. And there's fucking comedy shows every night. All over London.
They pay you?
Yeah. Yeah. 100. I mean, I got in late, so it was like trying to get in, but it was like at least £100 for like the pay gigs, which is like $150, $180. For in town, fucking 20-minute sets. If you wanted to, I can see it. If you want to, you could fucking run around, do spot like every night. Spot.
And how long were you there for?
I was there for 8 days. First 2 days, I didn't do anything, and then I did 8 spots. And I saw my cousin. I hadn't seen in 15 years. My German side of the family. The mom.
You have a German side of the family?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's little sister moved to Germany. She married a guy, moved to Berlin. I asked her, because I saw her as an adult for the first time. I hadn't seen her in like 15 years. Since like my older sister's wedding. And I was like, hey, was it weird moving to Germany? I mean, being, from your whole family's survivors. She was too. She was probably too young to remember it, but like, she was a survivor. And I was like, was that weird? And she goes, no. And then her son was like, what are you talking about? You said you had nightmares that the Nazis were coming to get you. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. She moved and started their life, and they had a great life. Simon, he's gone now. He passed away like a few months ago. But so then Yoram's living in London. I hung out with him a little bit.
Let's back something up here while we're on it.
Yeah.
So how many people exactly went in the Holocaust?
6 million Jews.
And how many people survived?
The rest.
Do we have a number?
Well, no. I mean, we're not counting the ones that were living in America. We're talking about that were there. That were affected by it.
Affected by it, yeah.
I don't know. How many Holocaust survivors were there? You looking that up?
Yeah.
It's a great fucking question.
I'm just curious because I can't imagine.
There's almost none left.
I can't imagine. You think of your life, and sometimes you put yourself in somebody's shoes. I was watching that girl Malala last week do her speech. She won some award. I forget. I'm sorry, people. I'm just high right now. But I watched, and for 4 minutes while she was talking,
yeah,
I was sitting and I put myself in her place. Like getting shot in the fucking head. And
Malala?
Yeah, see an Indian girl, and she got shot.
Oh, yeah, the Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize. I'm sorry, people. I just can't remember right now. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do that. I go, I wonder what that person went through. Let me sit for 5 minutes and just be them. I can never even imagine a Holocaust survivor. I can never imagine Fidel Castro walking into my home and saying, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
I asked a couple of survivors. They met in the Holocaust and they started life together. But I was like, what? And they were telling me about the horrible stuff that was happening to them. And I was like, what? Like, what was going through your head of like doing it or not? Or like, did you know what it all was? Or did you not want to go on? Or he was just like, I don't know. You just keep going. This is the new reality. You weren't like, this is an injustice. It's just like, here's how we live now.
But there's going to jail, okay? I get going to jail.
But yeah, this is different.
I get going to jail. I don't get going to jail and not knowing if I'm going to die or get tortured.
Right.
That's the feeling
Starved to
I
death.
can't imagine. Starved to death.
And they're doing this to people in like China and North Korea now. Like the same stuff.
They massacre people every day in Africa. You know, for diamonds or whatever the fuck they do. And you sit there and you go, how can I justify this? You know, look what they did to the Armenians. I was watching a very interesting interview the other day. As much as I may not like him, he took me to some places, and I called the both of you, and both of you didn't answer. Bob, whatever, had on
Bob Costas had
Gene Simmons.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, no, you told me about him. You told me about the
Holocaust, and he took his mother back. And
Gene Simmons did?
His mother was a Holocaust survivor, raised him by himself. He found his father. Later on, he bought his father a house, but he never talked to his father again. But he goes, it all hit me when he went to Israel.
Yeah.
Because he remembered being a little boy in Israel, how there was no electricity at night. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Once it got dark, it gets dark. You know?
That's it.
It was just interesting shit. And I sat there going, I can't even imagine going. But I could also imagine surviving the Holocaust and just being a bad motherfucker after that.
You know how many of them, there was some story on how shockingly high percentage of them lived to 100, the Holocaust survivors.
Think about it.
Yeah, they're all like 90s or something.
Yeah,
they have to be.
There's so many that have hit the 3 digits.
Think about it.
They're just way more than the other average.
Well, they have to have been strong people to make it through that Holocaust because, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think it shows the value of a diet low in trans fats.
You know, you have what they did to the Armenians. Who wiped out the Armenians?
Turks.
The Turks.
Don't fuck with the Turks.
And are they still at war? Or
Armenian, you bring that up to any Armenian over 50 years old, and they'll spit. The Armenians hate the Turks. They hate the Turks. The younger generation doesn't care as much, but like the old ones do.
Is there a country
Tripoli
Armenia
doesn't
right
really
now?
care. But actually, if you say it to Tripoli, he'll get a little bit like, is there a country Armenia? Yeah, I think so, right?
I don't know.
Lee, you're college educated. I'm a fucking moron.
I know there used to be, but I thought
You
it
think
was
Turkey
gone.
wiped them out? You think Turkey finished the job?
Let's see.
No, there's got to be an Armenia. I bet Armenia. I bet there's an Armenia.
there's
Oh, no, it's there. Okay.
It's Armenia. I saw the pictures. It's beautiful.
Really?
It's a beautiful country.
No,
Beautiful
because I
country.
learned about this in Israel.
Rims everywhere.
I thought they said it was gone.
Mountains.
No, it's there. No, wait. It's like colored in red. Let me look at it. Hold on. Keep talking.
You know Felipe, his buddy, Silent Bob, Rodrigo Torres. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, I know
He
him.
told me one night when I was high, he told me the whole thing. It just freaked me out.
About what?
The whole Armenian, it's not a Holocaust, it's genocide. It was
They try to kill them all.
fucking amazing. And every day that happens in Africa somewhere, they try to wipe out a tribe, something.
Wipe them out. They go door to door. Do you ever see Hotel Rwanda? They were going like, oh, these people, we got to kill these people. These people are animals.
I don't know how you can live like that. God bless their fucking souls, whatever they are. What's up, Lee? Look at you. You looking good. You got your little blue shirt
Super
on.
high.
Oh,
Like you
okay, I
go,
know.
Fucking, this is super high me. This is Lee's favorite little jammy jam.
Rogan was laughing about how high you got.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like, hey, God, I'm so high.
These edibles don't mess around.
No, these
Show me your hand, cocksucker. Let me see your hands.
No, so you put the chocolate away.
He'll palm it.
I've caught him a couple
I've done it a
times.
couple times because it's just so much, especially at the ice house. He'll give me one and then
Ice
another.
House. That's the only time I ever had to say I can't drive right now. I gotta.
And you got mad at me for driving. I had to go to work.
I was like, you crazy?
Yeah. Oh,
I
my
was.
goodness.
I was like, nah. I went to Bartnick's for a while for a few hours. I can't do this right now.
What is the vision that you want your special to be? What?
I wanted to. I want you to have a little bit of the experience of what it's like to sit in a show at the Comedy Store. I want to get as close as that as possible.
What room are you doing it in?
The original room.
Okay. Because, and I've already said I thought Gerard's special was pretty good. I didn't like how they had the names in color. I thought it
same
was
thing he
distracting.
Same thing I said. Yeah,
Okay,
stole
so
the focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they gonna let you turn them off?
Oh yeah, they are.
Okay.
No, absolutely. No, I talked to them. It's like, listen, how are we going to do this? It's got to be dark. And they're like, well, then it's too dark. Then it won't look good. I'm like, well, then what's the fix? Because we're not lighting it up. So how are we going to do it? They say that you can't get any depth. Here's the thing with these people, and that means everybody. When they tell you something can't be done, it means it's going to be a little harder, and you're going to have to put your mind to it. Doesn't mean it can't be done. You have to tell me why it can't be done, and I'll say, no, let's try to find a fix for that. I'll talk to everybody about, like, give me the reasons. And then there's young guys all over. The guy who did this guy Steve, who did the first year of my This Is Not Happening stuff, and he was able to light it as dark as I've ever seen and still make it look good. And I'm like, what are you doing right? How are you able to do this? No, everybody else says turn the lights up. New people have new ways of doing it. So you just got to find a new way to do it. So they say, since it's so black in there, it'll look like the wall just drops out behind you, and it'll just look like endless, just look shitty because of that. I'm like, well, what are the options then? So what they thought, what Spike Lee thought, is turn the lights on. And that way you can see where the edges of the room are. So
that doesn't matter though. Like the whole point of watching comedy is to like get engrossed. It doesn't matter where they are.
You need to know the space you're in.
Really? You think that matters?
A little bit. But then I say too, it's like, well, let me see what it looks like when you don't see that. And let me tell you if I can go like, no, actually, that's fine. We can do that.
Well, with the cameras they have now,
they want jibs. They want something to come across. And I was at Hannibal's taping in Chicago, and they have this giant crane that comes across the top of the audience, and they're like, no, it gets a good shot. But 30% of the audience is looking up this fucking crane over them. Well, this guy's telling a joke. He's telling a setup, and they're looking up at this fucking crane. You got to have the experience of real comedy. You got to mimic that experience of real comedy. And here's my thought. If you get a comic who's just in a real comedy experience, because every taping I've been to, we did a nasty show in Montreal once. We did 14 shows. They were all great. Then they did a taping on the 15th show. Maybe it was on the 12th show. And they put candles on the table. They lit it up a little more. And everyone did weird. And we didn't give a shit about taping Canadian television show. None of us cared. None of us were nervous. It was just everyone was doing worse because they lit it up. They changed the room. If you show a comic who's really just killing, just like killing, you know, when the ice house is packed and you're fucking just killing there. Like if you show that, I don't care if you lose a couple shots here or there. That look that you're gonna get out of that comic's face is gonna be priceless. And they always want their shots clean, but they miss that joy when you're fucking in the zone and killing. So let's tape that for once. Let's tape that.
Well, they've gotten away. What's happened is this. The same thing that's happened. Look at, there's no live fucking albums no more. There's nobody who tours beside these old guys that know how to tour anymore. For people who want to listen to music, everybody's bringing an organ out on stage.
Arcade Fire tours.
You know what?
Arcade Fire tours. They put on a show.
You see fucking Beyonce and whatever on stage. It's a fucking record player, and people paying $2,000. I got nothing against them, but it's not a live show anymore. The live show has gone away, and the live taping has gone away because everybody tries to outdo everybody. Comedy, between you and I, is not a directable thing. We've never been directed. Why is there a director here? To tell me what? To tell me what? I'd rather have a guy that's a bad comic direct me, because he could have, like John Evans said, the Phil Jackson syndrome. I'd rather have one of my buddies come out and go, dog, step up to here. I can't see you. Move up a little bit. But so this director that comes in has ruined everything, because he's tried to be better than the other guy. And with comedy, there's only one thing that matters, and it's here.
Yeah. Just get the shot of the comic.
That's it. Nothing else matters. That audience laughing, that the fucking lights.
The shot of the comic, of the audience member laughing. Yeah, so I'm like, get rid of it. Why? Nobody wants to see another person.
My idol.
Show the comic.
Is that fucking crazy Jew guy. That's the special.
Who, the Carlin guy?
No, the other guy.
The guy who got arrested for saying fuck.
Fuck.
Oh,
that's always
Lenny
been
Bruce.
The special. That black and white thing with the suit on, yeah, dig. With that one thing from six, that's it. That's it. And watch it. It's a camera on him. He doesn't have to smoke a joint with nobody. He doesn't have to, show his buddies. He doesn't have to. I like Cat Williams smoking a joint with Snoop Dogg. There's certain things you do. I don't want to see a sketch.
Right.
Well, Cat Williams had like an hour-long movie in front of his last one, or two ago.
I don't want to see a sketch in front of your thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you walking to it.
No one's going to remember that part.
I don't want to see you
It might look cool, but no one's going to really remember that part.
Well, Ari was in deep thought. No, he wasn't. Ari was thinking of a piece of ass. He's
That's what I'm talking about. You're going to waste a minute and 20 seconds of your special
on... fuck her without a condom. That's what he's thinking about. Grab a piece of that on the walk, but that's all I want to see. So, but every ego, every guy with a feather that's come in thinks he's doing it better. Listen, I don't know nothing. I know what this fucking Momo tells me.
Yeah.
And this Momo will come in here and go, what do you think of this guy?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, I don't know. And he'll go, I've seen him 10 times. He's fucking amazing. And I seen his Comedy Central special and it sucked. Oh, I've seen his HBO special. It sucked.
It's all tapes. It's all tape things.
It's not all tape things.
Not all.
Because I've laughed at Andrew Dice. I've laughed at Eddie Murphy took me for a fucking swallow.
But here's what those guys though were theater acts, and they were recorded in a theater. I think they fit the thing they were recording.
Well, I don't think Eddie Murphy was a theater act when he shot that. You know, I know Dice was just busting out when he did the one in Philly. You know,
where did Dice do that one?
Philly.
What kind of place?
I think it was a club, like a little theater. We have to check. The one in 91 maybe, but it's, you know, he was huge on the East Coast already. These specials that I see now, and it's right, and I try to watch, you know, the camera.
That's not what comedy is on a day-to-day level.
The camera on the bottom.
Is Rick Mills still doing them?
Fuck Rick Mills. Fuck him to hell.
I remember that as a kid.
God,
and everyone was the
worst.
same. So they just got to a point where they were like, okay, this shot here, this shot here. It wasn't even a thing. Ugh. And it's like what Ari was talking about earlier. The reason why they have a director at a Comedy Central, at a comedy taping, is because they have a director for every other show, and every production company follows the same. You can have this many producers.
No, the reason they should have a director, the reason they should have a director is to tell the rest of the crew to shut the fuck up, to make sure they handle themselves right,
and to record,
to make sure they get the shots, and to make sure they say, hey, I know this joke, he's got an act out coming, make sure to like pull back so we don't miss it. Things like that. That's like all you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I'll never forget what those fucking thieves. What's the company? Those fucking thieves that approached me.
Oh, the one in Burbank?
What's
New
those
Wave?
Thieves? Those fucking
New Wave.
Yeah.
And I remember, oh, well, who's directing? Oh, we have a tremendous director.
Our guy. We'll pay him.
And he came out, this fucking jerk off, and I said to him, this is how I knew I wasn't shooting it. Right there. I go, hey, it's Thursday. It's Wednesday. Okay? What are you doing Friday and Saturday? You know, right away he started reaching. I'm at the Ice House. This is when somebody of interest goes, I'll be there.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
Yeah, they just sit there and do the zeroest
I'm
possible.
really excited. Let me go to the Ice House, watch this guy, take a meeting with him, go at the Comedy Store, watch him do a 20-minute set. That's what the guy would do. Go to Long Beach. Then he's going to go to the Comedy Store and see how you interact with the people in the back. That's what a good director is going to do for comedy. He don't need to be a director. He don't even need to go to Emerson College. He don't need to go to USC. He don't need to go to Pepperdine and walk around with a fucking pigeon and tell stories about Europe. Nothing. This is what a director does. He goes to see you 5 times minimum. A good guy, 10 times. He wants to see you bomb. He wants to see your reactions to bombing. He wants to see everything. That's what a good director is going to do. He's going to go, we're going to shoot this special in January. It's October. What is it today? 13? We're going to shoot this in February. This is what we're doing. The whole month of October and December, I'll shadow you. 3 nights a week, give you notes on fucking Sunday. Not even notes. I'll make my own notes. I know what I want. And after a month, he'll know you. And then he's going to hang out with you. Then he's going to go eat with you. And he's going to see everything because he's going to see you. Your mannerisms, your patois. You know, do you get angry? All this shit, what pushes you. So he's going to know right then and there how to direct this special. That's a real director. He doesn't even have to have the title of director. If I was ever blessed to get a special, I'd use a good friend. I'd watch a comic and I'd watch how he prepares himself to go on stage with the fucking microphones and the whole thing, and that's the guy I want. The guy that's meticulous. I want the guy that I'm not. I want the guy to go, Joey, the other night you killed and you said the word what? Tonight you said fuck. You got to say what? I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. I heard the recordings. That's the guy I want.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Do you ever think of how much better, and I still think it's pretty good, but where I got my balls from, I had only known you like a year. Like, I feel like if we did that now, that'd be totally different.
What, the documentary?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you a year. You were taking these fucking shots from what they taught him in school. I'm like, bitch.
Really?
Stop it.
Well, that's what happens with everyone at production companies. Because they teach it to you in school.
It's the same shit.
And then it becomes the sameness.
Same shit. It's the same shit. And me, I want to be completely different. You know what? Do this shot.
Unique.
Do this shot.
You know what Maria Bamford did her special?
In front of her parents?
In her apartment.
And it sold a lot.
Yeah, did great.
Well, and I love specials, but that's one of the reasons I love CDs. I almost laugh more at CDs than sometimes at video.
Yeah, you can put yourself there
in
more.
A car.
You can really, you can hear the crowd. You can really hear the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, and you're really there. You hear their little crinkling of glasses.
I lock on to like one specific audience member, like a weird laugh throughout the entire show.
All the old Red Fox albums had the fucking, I'm assuming, gigantic black ladies that were sitting up front. Like, whoa! No!
That's it.
That was great. Yeah, that's it. They would just laugh super loud.
But everything is like that. They do that with everything. With everything now, if Ari takes a script to NBC tomorrow, and it's a brilliant script, they'll go
homogenize it.
That was great, but where's the love interest? I don't have a love interest. I don't want to fucking. Oh no! We have to go back to the love interest.
Because it's worked in the past doesn't mean it will continue working forever. Stuff changes.
I watched a very interesting
Alphabet City used to be tough. Hell's Kitchen used to be tough. No, it's not now lawyers live in Hell's Kitchen.
I watched an interesting movie yesterday. What's the movie with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans?
I don't know.
Oh, Last Boy Scout.
You see that?
Yeah, when he shot the guy in the head right in the beginning.
When was the last time you saw that movie?
It's been since I was in high school.
20 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I used to watch it when I was broke and coked up. My friend would come get me, and he'd say, my wife made, she was Chinese. He was white, and his wife would make tremendous Chinese food. And they knew I was coked up. They knew I was broke. And he would come get me, take me to the house. They would leave me in their house and go, stay here, we're going to cook for you. They'd stay there for 2 days, and I'd watch The Last Boy Scout over and over and dream of like being an extra in that movie. Anyway, the movie was on last night. It's a Shane Black movie. You know what Shane Black wrote? Lethal Weapon. If you watch these two movies, I'm watching it last night, I'm like, this is still an entertaining movie. Yeah. Damon Wayans' acting was probably some of the best, some of the worst acting
Damon Wayans
ever see in all your life.
Damon Wayans.
Halle Berry had the old nose, the Michael Jackson nose before she did the surgery. Eddie Griffin was great.
Is that the one where he headbutted the guy in the nose and killed him? Bruce Willis, where he's like, "Touch me again, I'll kill you."
Yeah,
that gave him a cigarette. And he knocked out his mouth. "Touch me again, I'll kill you." Punch out his mouth again.
That was the guy from Sons of Anarchy. That he
killed. Really?
And the comic is in the movie. He's like an alternative comic. He was also in Ford, and he's the bad guy in there. Rick Dukeman's in the movie. I saw a lot of fucking people in that movie last night. Who was the comic in
Last Boy Scout?
In Last Boy Scout, IMDb. There's a comic that's big time. He's still around. He's old now. It looks like he's got the HIV.
IMDb.
I just saw him the other day on TMC.
Really?
Yeah. He's a Spanish guy. Name me the.
Was his name Milo?
Yes.
What? Milo what?
It's an unknown. Hold on, I'll find it.
He's also on Easy Money. He's a Spanish guy.
Okay.
He's
a comedian?
Yeah. I seen him at the store, but he was always upstairs.
Taylor Negron?
Taylor
Negron. He was in that?
He was
in a lot of stuff. Taylor Negron worked. He was in fucking Fast Times. Who ordered the pizza? Wasn't that Taylor Negron?
Yeah, Taylor Negron was in a couple things. He was great in Easy Money. He played Rodney's son-in-law, and Rodney won't shake his hand and shit. He's Spanish. Fucking tremendous. He's great. Puerto Rican cousin. Let me give some shout-outs here real quick.
Fruity Marshmallow Crispies.
Jake Gomez, who loves you, cocksucker. Johnny Do, Tommy G, Richard and Juan, you fucking, it's like a team of dicks. Scotty Brader, Ricky Norm Bedoin, Aaron Heath, and Jeff Talberg. I love you, cocksuckers.
Who are these people?
These are people that listen to the podcast that they're legit savages.
Yeah.
I would love if someone would find your podcast notebook and just read through it.
It's notes, things you want to talk about.
Happy Hanukkah, the HIV on it.
Why wouldn't I come here a little prepared? If I come here, I might get high.
That's right. That's smart.
Who said another bite of the fucking devil?
Who said? Where is it? Where'd it go?
It's in the desk.
Oh, you already.
Look at this weed I got. This is what fucking my man gave me. This is beautiful in Colorado. This is.
Can I get a nug of that? Can I get a little bit?
Yeah, you can take this with you. This is the Chem Dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, take this with you. I brought this for you. I know. I forgive it to Lee. You ain't got to do that.
No. Got a chance to go
show them the joint.
Lunch of death.
I'm gonna smoke this afterward, Lee. We're gonna smoke the whole fucking thing
to the bone.
We're gonna smoke it right there, right here.
The filter's the size of your head.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Today, when we were doing the podcast over at Lee had a roommate that lived with him for a while. Real cute girl, just a fucking dynamite body. You could, just brought you back to being 22. Like when you looked at the girl, and you're like, oh, that girl's got a body to fuck.
Yeah.
And you took her home and fucked all afternoon, and you saw her at the bar at night. They giggled and shit. And you're like, this fucking girl doesn't even know how good her pussy is. And I used to see her sleeping on the couch, and I go, Lee, when are you gonna put your dick in her mouth? And Lee's like, I can't do that. I go, Lee, once she just put it in her mouth, she'll love it. Whatever.
You would tell me to walk out in the middle of the night when she's sleeping on my couch and just put my dick in her mouth.
This is now your girlfriend?
No. This girl is just a friend from home who I stupidly said could stay at my place.
That could, I see how that could work, but if it doesn't, that could easily be rape.
So then he's like jerking off on her neck. He told me
that's better. That's better.
But
do that. That's better.
I go, Lee, what do you got to lose? So Lee, she moved with her brother and then met a guy and got a job. And,
no, it's fine. She didn't pay rent.
She didn't pay rent. Lee was all happy with it. But the bottom line that was fucked up was that I kept telling Lee, I go, Lee, and Lee's like, how am I going to live if I do that? I go, Lee, you're not going to be friends with this broad.
Yeah, how are you going to live if you don't? How can you live with yourself right now?
So today Lee calls me. He goes, I found out something today. It's pretty funny. She went back,
Went back what?
To Boston. Oh. And I'm like, she was probably here a year.
Yeah, just that.
A year, exactly. And at first I was like, Lee, see, you should have put your dick in her ear. She was leaving anyway, so see, you'll never have to see again. But then I liked her. I was joking with Lee. I liked her, and she was a cute girl and stuff. And she was a young girl, And it's funny how Lee and I were talking about how when you just give up, when you just go, I'm leaving.
Who? From LA, you mean? Yeah, it's so weird. I feel so sorry for them. And they don't ever admit it. They always go, no, I'm just going to go do this for a little bit. And every once in a while, some people have come back, but for not long. Not for long.
Well, what happens is basically you go back and now you see the holes in your game.
You go back? What do you mean?
Well, when you leave after high school or college, you think it's always going to be like that.
When you leave what after high school or college?
That area. Like when you left.
Oh, my.
But eat that, Liz. That's you.
Oh, come on, dude.
We're going deep to them.
Lee, you've already lost all this weight. You're doing great. Just keep eating it.
What the fuck? Eat the whole thing. You're going deep to them.
Oh, no.
That's a nice cookie. It's gluten-free.
No, it's not.
It's a new chef.
Chef Boyardee.
But I left Colorado. I left Colorado after 9 months. And the whole time I was back there, I cursed myself. Just take a bite, Lee. Just eat that bite right there. Eat that thing. Just throw it in your mouth like that.
I'm so high.
That's okay. You're going to get a little higher.
And give me that after that.
Want the eyeball?
I want the eyeball. I ate the eyeball already. Let me get the other thing.
Oh, God.
What? Oh, it's cookie, man.
It's not the taste. It's just the amount of highness.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, we got one more.
Oh.
No, what? Relax. Those Los Gummies guys came to my taping.
Oh, yeah. I was sat next to them.
Oh, they were great. All the producers were like, are those Los Gummies guys back again?
They were fucked up.
Yeah, Eric said he had I gave him what was left over of one.
Oh.
Eric gave him, I think we had some, and then I left. He goes, I've had that, whatever was left over from you, I've had that 4 times, and there's still some left. And it gets me fucked up every time.
Those things are strong. But I left Colorado.
Oh, yeah?
I left Colorado, and I felt like a fucking asshole.
Why?
Because the whole time I went back to Jersey, it was just bad luck. It was just bad luck getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, why did I fucking leave Colorado? And once I made a point, once I saw myself homeless, I was like, I'm done. Once I get the fuck out of here, I'm done. And
when?
I left and I never came back. This is in 1985. And I left. I left Aspen in February of 84, and I made it back to Colorado by June of 85. And those were the worst fucking...
What do you mean, you went to LA and then back again?
No, I was living in Colorado. I left New Jersey. And after 9 months, I was like, oh, my friends are having a good time. They're snorting blow.
New Jersey.
They're going skiing. They're having such a good time. Here I am, bored, going to bed at 10. I got my own apartment. What a miserable way to live. Yeah. I was living in Aspen.
Oh, beautiful.
When I got back on the fucking plane and went back, and it was the worst experience of my life. Not only was it bad, but I felt bad about leaving. Like I had given up. But once I made my mind on leaving, I didn't come back for 6 years. Like, I never went back to New York. I never even thought about it.
Really?
Like, now I go back twice a year, but I wouldn't even think about moving. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just something.
You're such a New Yorker, too. It's so weird.
It was such a bad feeling of leaving something. It felt like I quit.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and hanging out at bars, and guys would leave. Like, oh, Lee's back. He's back from California. And they'd have, like, a party for him, and he'd come back and tell you how fucking tremendous. I'm fucking 3 blondes. I live on the beach.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
And then, like, 3 months, he's back. I'm like, what happened? Oh, Fucking California sucks, man. It sucks. I'm surrounded. There was no bagels, and you sit there and go, "What a loser."
Well, you didn't tell me that last time. You
and
said
then,
it was great and you were killing it.
And that was everybody. Like that was people left to go to the army.
Sour grapes. They get sour grapes.
Yeah, and they come back and go, "Oh, fucking you guys should come out and visit." And then you see them at the bar one day. You're like, "What happened to the army?" It sucked. They sent me to Japan.
Yeah, they never offer that too. They just sort of like wait till you bring it up. Like, what happened to your big fucking plans? No, I'm good. I got this.
No, but it's just I would feel really bad if I left. Like when I first moved to LA to do comedy, I didn't know how long it was in the last year.
Yeah, but how do those people show their face when they go back? When they get a job in Philadelphia, you know, and they're like,
think of like Andrea. Think of like that fucking moment.
Who?
The girl from the Comedy Store. She had to go back in a fucking Porsche. Didn't she buy a Porsche or something?
Really?
What did she lease at the end? She leased like a Mercedes convertible when she was working at
She started up a cookie store.
Right. She opened up a cookie thing. And then one day she got fired and she left. She went back there with a story that she lived in L.A. for 15 years. Then what are you doing back? I dated...
yeah, why go back? Why not just go somewhere else? Yeah. Who do you know still there?
When she went back...
Go to Tucson.
Like she left. This girl left in the middle of everything.
Where'd she go back to? Indiana?
Indiana. And took her Porsche with her. She bought a convertible Mercedes. She leased it. She started a cookie company. They threw her out of the store, and she picked up her shit and went back. And I always see her on Facebook talking.
She was in L.A. too long. She
yeah,
been
but
gone,
she should
but
have
not
been
back.
gone. No. But it's funny how when she went back, what is she gonna say?
Yeah, what is she gonna say?
What did you do for the last 15 years?
You think about that too, right? You think about like
the comedy store. I dated a drummer from a band from David Lee Roth's band for a while.
Yeah, and what else? What were you doing there, though?
Did you go to college? Did you get married? What the fuck did you do?
I was a waitress at one place.
I mean,
the same place for 15 years?
Probably. Yeah. So you got to sit there and go, what the fuck, man? I mean, I feel bad about what I'm doing out here now. At least I got a job. You know, at least I got a part-time fucking job. I couldn't imagine going back. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
It's like going back after you've been beat up. It's like going back after anything. You got to feel bad about yourself for being back there.
That's what what's his name said about the Knicks. Carmelo. He goes, wouldn't feel right to leave. I didn't finish. I feel like quitting.
Yeah, you gotta
unfinished business.
I feel bad for my friends on Facebook who I see are still living in like the same town, and it's not they could even have good jobs, but like hanging out at
Jerusalem.
Yes, and right in Old Town Jerusalem, but like going to the same pizza places like that. I'm glad some people like it, but
that's nice terrible. Once in a while to go back to them like, oh yeah, we'll go to the Nut House again or whatever, but not like, oh, it's still all the time. I don't know anybody who's
last
still doing
week in my hometown was the mayor's ball.
Yeah.
And that's what they all live for, the people in my hometown. Because if you don't go to the mayor's ball, the mayor won't see you, you won't get a job. If I had to do that, I would have been so unhappy and I would have done so many fucking drugs that would have been my life. You know, if you live in North Bergen, if you get a job in North Bergen, you have to live in North Bergen. They don't tell you that. It's communism. They don't tell you that.
What do you mean?
It's just like an unwritten rule in my hometown. Yeah, it's very political.
Wow.
But even like my hometown, when I went back and people were talking, I saw 4 or 5 people, and when they would bump into other people, they would talk about the mayor's ball. Oh, yeah. And that's the highlight
of the year.
That's it. You wear your best suit, and the mayor sees you, and he meets your wife, and hopefully you take a picture. And hopefully when it comes election time, a time to renew your contract, the mayor remembers you from the mayor's ball. They sell 2,000 tickets at $150 a piece.
Whoa.
Wow, what a racket.
I was blown the fuck
Democracy.
away. The first time, I had all these demons going on, but I was at a deli one day called Hashways, and the Mako administration came in.
Hashways?
And his eyes, this guy Joe Mako, his eyes were blue. And they had killer's eyes, and I remember that I was eating, and I always said hi to Joe. I would say, "Hey, Mr. Mako," because I knew his brother. His brother was the mayor, but Joe did all the cleanup work for him. Joe was the devil, and I'll never forget being there one day, and he come in, he was getting a sandwich. He was this guy named Carmine Palecchio. He looked at me and he goes, "Hey man, you've been having a good time for a long time. You ready to go to work?"
Really?
And I was like, "Yeah," and that right there when I said, "Yeah." He's like, all right, write your number down. We're going to give you a few calls pretty soon. I'm like, I don't have a number. Just leave a message with Hashway, and I'll call you. Right there when I was talking to him, I knew that I was leaving. As I said, yeah.
Why?
Because that means you get caught up in a political thing. You have to pick a side. And once you pick a side, Joe Mako wasn't the type of guy that sent you a message. He sent you a message by breaking your business or lighting your fucking business.
They
on
really
fire.
do that.
These guys. This was that Mako mentality, that administration. Carmine Balzano.
This is the mayor.
This is the mayor's brother, his cleanup guy.
It's like Boardwalk Empire.
All those guys, those mayors, you see them, they look very nice on paper.
Yeah, but they get their hands dirty.
They have one guy that does all their cleanup work.
Like Arsetti did.
That they've known for 50 fucking years since they were kids, and they do the dirty work for them.
Like Mike in Breaking Bad.
Whatever the fuck it is, you know. Most attorneys have that. If it's a big law firm, you gotta have some. You gotta have somebody on that side of the track to know what you're going up against.
Right.
So a good attorney, you come to me and go, I'm a big time drug dealer. I got caught for transportation or whatever the fuck they call it. You know, I'm gonna take a $500,000 retainer on you, but I guarantee before I cash that check, I'm gonna do a background on you. And I'm not talking about an NCIC. I'm talking about a street background. Like, is this guy a killer? What is he capable of doing? What is he capable of not doing? And you're not gonna find that out on a piece of paper or by talking to a detective. You're gonna find that out. You know, they have those. What are
talking to people on the street, what do they say about them?
What are people that are not attorneys?
Paralegals?
Paralegals. You know, they have paralegals. I've always wanted to be a paralegal, but more in the sense of loading people's lips. Because there's a lot of people that don't know that other side of criminality. You know, when I was telling you guys that story before about, I know, you know, it changes. But the basics of criminality, I know them. I know the streets. Everything was paved for me to become a criminal. I just took a different route. But I know the heartbeat. You know, I know how it works. I know how the bribes work. I know how the thing goes down from A to Z. If Lee was the mayor of North Bergen, he wouldn't do what I do. Lee would pay me to do what I do. Lee would never have to say, bring this envelope to Ari, because he would feel that I had a tape recorder on me.
Oh, right.
So there's so many things that Lee has to protect himself with. You know, everybody's in shock that fat fucking
Or he would
Jersey.
never say, he's like, all right, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And then someone else would come talk to you.
You know, you know, everybody always says, how come the fat guy, Governor Christie, doesn't run for president in Jersey? It's not like it was 30 years ago that you could run for president. Now, they'll find everything out about you.
Right.
You know, oh, Donald Trump isn't for, you know why? Because Donald Trump was, while Sammy the Bull of Gravelin was alive, Donald Trump will not run for president.
I like to watch
Every
my
day.
wife get fucked by black guys.
Yeah, every day he wakes up and he goes, I hope Sammy Gravano doesn't rat on me today.
Really?
Yeah, sure, because Sammy Gravano ran construction for the Gambinos. Who was the biggest guy in the construction racket days? Trump in those days. Oh. They crossed paths. In his book, he mentions it. He goes, he explains how a GC works with the mafia, how it works. How a GC works with the mafia.
Contractor?
So a general contractor will come on and give you a fucking bid, but he'll use non-union worker. So he'll give you a bid. I'm paying Lee $32 an hour. I ain't paying Lee $30. I'm paying Jose Martinez $15, but I'm charging $32. So $17 goes in my fucking pocket. I split that with the mob.
And you get shoddy workmanship.
They're the union. So that's why they take over a union. Do you understand me? So they take over Carpenter's 560.
So that way they can use union work?
I put a bid in with him. He's going to take the highest bid. He don't give a fuck because he gets a cut of the highest bid.
Who gets a cut of the highest bid?
You.
The union guy.
The union guy.
Oh, right.
So you're going to go with the highest bid. But, Ari, this guy wants $300. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to give you a $50,000 payback. Okay, cut back. So right away, boom, you take this guy. Instead of using 16 guys at $42.50 and 8 laborers or 4 hard carriers that I'm supposed to have a union job, I have 12 guys at $10 an hour and 2 guys at $8 an hour. So that becomes a lot of fucking money in a week. Wow. I take that money and I chop it up with the mob. The mob has 20 jobs going on.
And then they can have those show jobs, show no work jobs.
No show, no work, the whole thing. It's a beautiful fucking
That must be fucked up if like you work to become like a general contractor and then you have to learn, fuck, I have to pay the mob to do this. Or like if you buy a restaurant in the neighborhood and then you're like, oh, the
costs.
The cops come by and we have to give them $2,500.
You know how long that Laugh Factory in fucking Chicago took to open?
How long?
About 8 fucking years.
Oh.
Because they were fucking with the guy from Zanies.
So he kept trying to get it shut down.
Not shut down. Come here. You're the inspector. Here's $5,000. Shut them down. Ari, you know I like you, but that toilet's 3 inches off center.
What? Oh.
And then I come back, Ari, you know that you have to have a handicapped bathroom and a handicapped stall and a handicapped pole and a handicapped this. Then once you build that, I come back and go, no, the pole has to be 36 inches from the fucking ground.
I thought you said 39 inches.
No, 36 inches. And there has to be a water spout. What if the retard falls off? He has to hang a bell
We
to
have
ring.
retard-resistant rubber floors, like you told us.
It's amazing how much I could keep you in fucking... Look at the Ha-Ha. The Ha-Ha, how long has been open, the new Ha-Ha? Hasn't opened yet.
Ha-ha. What do you mean the new
There's
Ha-ha?
a new Ha-Ha a
Where?
mile down the road on Lancashire.
From a mile from the old
Beautiful.
Ha-ha?
How beautiful is the outside?
It looks nice on the outside.
Fucking beautiful.
Well, they're supposed to move or what?
Or
Or just get a second location?
they were going to move.
Oh, okay.
And
City holds it up.
City holds it up. Why? Somebody didn't want a bar close
Mitzi
to
used to always go after like any shows that were around. She'd House of Blues do comedy. She goes, no, they won't do comedy. And then
she'd send an
on the Sunset Strip. Yeah, I give a lot of money to these people at their things.
How often do you think that happens in like regular jobs? That's crazy.
Remember that Sopranos is like 3 episodes where they're all sitting around a work site. They'll have all their meetings there because they had the fucking show.
You got a show.
What do you mean show? Give me a no work, no show. And like I couldn't. I'm sorry, but it's like motherfucker.
I had like 2 or 3 no-show jobs when I lived in Jersey. I had a job that I had to stand by a wall at night. And I got paid from 6 to 6, but the guy would pick me up at 11 o'clock at night.
to be done.
Boji, yeah, he was a union rep. And he would give me like $200 for the night. And then I picked up another gig. In a grammar school. They got me a North Bergen janitor's job in a grammar school. All I had to do was show up once a week and pick up a check every 2 weeks.
Didn't have to pick up a broom. Just
awesome.
pick up a check.
I would pick up I would show up on Mondays, put my shirt on, and do the paperwork. Like how many hours I worked, 8 to 5, and then 1 day of overtime, and I would leave.
You put in overtime.
1 day,
You motherfucker.
and then they
You
would
gotta
send
get
me
something.
pushed it.
Fucking amazing how many no-show jobs were around when I was growing up. Fucking amazing.
Just because the union got a part of that, like they're like, we'll give this guy $8, but then we'll get 24 or whatever he costs.
It's a great racket. I don't understand how nobody's ever done it here. Like nobody's gone to the electrician union in Hollywood and go, here's the deal, bitch.
Yeah.
You're not doing these guys' movies.
That's what Get Shorty was all about. Get Carter? No, Get Shorty. No, Get Shorty.
I don't know.
Get Shorty's a good fucking movie. I haven't seen it in a while. What's his name is tremendous in that. Dennis Farina and Gene Hackman.
Oh, yeah.
Steals the fucking show, Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's good in a couple of those movies. He was good in that movie with Sigourney Weaver and the chick and fucking the Sarah Silverman. And
Sarah Silverman. Remember the movie he did where he was killing homeless people? He was a doctor, and it was with Hugh Grant too. Hugh Grant was a young doctor. He was telling him how to do it. He was fucking doing research on homeless people. And then Hugh Grant was like, well, you can't do this. This is unethical. And honestly, the more I think about it now, the more I realize, like, yeah, man. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine. It's for the better good. You get a few homeless people. No one's going to miss them. And then everyone else lives a lot longer. Just trade lives years for years.
there's a lot of fucking homeless people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking homeless people, man.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, there's tons of homeless people.
Not in Denmark.
No? They shoot them?
No, they fucking get them help. They don't allow it.
That'd be,
That's what you get.
hey, we're paying tons of taxes. I don't know where this fucking money's going.
You're saying you wish some of the money went to shooting homeless?
No, I'm just saying that, it's
no, they're
true.
cleaning them up, getting them help. What do you mean there's a human out there and the
Mental
government's
health.
not? Yeah.
Did you see like one college in London got like pretty bad backlash because they put cages over like the heat exhaust vents, and like they were saying, oh, it's dangerous, but they just didn't want the homeless people sleeping under them in like a freaking cold London winter, and they put cages. People got really upset.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
That must be fucked up sleeping outside.
Oh, and then somebody puts a cage up. I'm like, come on, we just want the steam from the fucking.
I used to
You're not even gonna let us have the steam.
I used to hate that in Boston or New York where you'd walk by a closed
Ew.
business and it's like they have a whole house set up, and it freaked me out.
I'll have a what set up?
Like, you know, like when you're walking on the street, New York has like they have the doors that are a little bit in, like they're pushed in from the street.
The doors on the ground?
No, doors, like the doors of the stores.
Yeah.
They're
Pushed
pushed
in. What do you mean pushed in?
Like they're like if you're walking down the street, you have to like turn left into it, and they're hidden by walls. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just talking about every store?
Yes, but then homeless people are sleeping under the door frame.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I still don't. I'm not sure I get all that set up with the frames and the
other
walls.
day I took the baby to the park.
Yeah.
I was pushing her on the swing, and I'm watching this dude. First I look over and I see a guitar, a suitcase, another bag against the fence. And then I see a guy taking a shower in the water fountain, like wetting his hair and brushing his teeth, and he's got a little mirror.
Taking a shower in the water fountain, yeah.
Like a little water, he was pressing it. And I've been there. I've been in a bus station or in a hotel bathroom when I was on the road a lot of times, and I would get to the gig early, and I didn't have a hotel room, and I would go outside the hotel where they were going to put you up and just run in and go to their bathroom.
Oh, really?
And, just take a shit and whatever, And I seen this guy do it outside, and after a couple minutes, I was just out there with Mercy. Mercy didn't want to swing. I started walking. Then I caught him over by the tennis rackets. And I asked him, I go, what's up, man? He's like, how you doing? He's like, what, do I go get something to eat? And he told me that he took a bus here from Chicago.
Oh, really?
To be in a band. And, he was looking for an apartment that day. And I go, so you slept here tonight? He goes, the fucking bus dropped me off at 2 a.m. up the corner. And that is a Greyhound on Magnolia there by the No Hold Diner down the block.
Yeah.
So he said he went and he asked, there was no hotels, he didn't know. He goes, I didn't know. Nobody knew. He goes, I asked like 3 people at 10 after 2. So he goes, I saw the park and I came into the park.
He doesn't have a smartphone?
I don't fucking know, Lee. If they're on a fucking bus, Lee.
Yeah, they're on a bus.
And he's got his fucking guitar with him and he's taking a shower in the fucking sink.
That's fucked up.
He's got his smartphone. So let me see where a hotel is at 2 a.m. Then I got to get a cab. When you're carrying shit, if you don't see it, it ain't happening because you can't take a chance. What if you walk 4 blocks with a suitcase, your guitar, a duffel bag, and everything, and all of a sudden somebody goes, no, the hotel is 4 blocks that way. Oh, yeah. Now what the fuck do? You got to start all over. So when you get off a bus, trust me, you don't want to fuck around. If you don't see a hotel, there's a park. I'll go there, sit from 3 until daylight, save a night on a hotel. Because some nights you want to save a fucking night. It's 2 already. They're going to throw me out at 12.
We did that in Israel. We just sleep on the beach instead of a hostel.
They're going to throw me out at 12.
Save cash.
Why am I going to go somewhere where they're going to throw me out at 12? Let me check in at 12:15 and get the whole fucking day.
Yeah. Okay, I see that.
You follow me?
Why checking at 2 a.m.?
That's street mentality.
But I wouldn't sleep. I'd go to a diner or something.
You go to a diner or whatever.
That'd be fucked up to sleep in like a bench.
No, that's the street mentality. You got $300. It's already 3 a.m. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm tired. You know what?
That is
Let
fucked
me go
up
sit on
how they
that
do that.
bench till 6 or 7. Get up, get something to eat. I'll ask around where I can take a cab to a cheap hotel. Go over there and stay 3 or 4 days and get my shit to me. Call Ari. Go, Ari, I'm at this hotel. Send me $300 to hold me over till I get a. But you got to save money. You just can't go into the fucking Chateau. I don't know. I was a Gentry, a friend of mine, Gentry, one time.
I remember Gentry.
The first booking I ever booked was 100 Wheels of Justice on TNN. Before Spike was Spike. It was TNN, and it was the like a Nashville channel, and their big show was something Wheels of Justice. 100 Wheels of Justice or something. I played a pimp, and I was fucking broke. I mean, broke. This is before I robbed the skiers. This is that same fucking season when I robbed the ski movie. When the guys do that thing. What's that dude who does the ski movies? He does all the ski movies, and people go watch people ski on the movies.
I don't know.
What the fuck's his name?
The director?
Yeah, he's a director, and he does the same movies.
The documentaries.
Yes. Yeah. He shows.
Let me see.
It shows a crazy surfing too.
Yes, and they have a thing in December where they go to San Diego. They go to all these places all the way up and down the coast, and they were paying me $150 a show or $300 for 2 shows. And all I had to do was go up there and go, welcome to our movie tonight. You had whatever, fill them out, and then I'll come out after the movie, and I'll let you know who won skis and this and that. And they were paying me like $150 for 2 shows. San Diego, we did 2 shows. We did Calabasas. We did, just all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
And these are college students running the fucking show. They're fucking college students. They didn't know better. And I'm seeing that every night they're doing these shows and they're not depositing the money. They're putting it in the blue bag, and I'm watching this blue bag, and it's getting more and more filled up every fucking night. And I'm like, I'm going to get this blue bag. And I'm watching them, and they're not watching. They're stoners, and they're
complacent.
I'm going to get these motherfuckers. And Friday comes. I've been there for 2 weeks. Matt Parrott got me the job. He lives in Arizona now. Nice kid. He couldn't do it. He was writing on somebody's show, and he called me. He's like, Joey, I've done this for 5 years. It's like $4,000 in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And if anybody needed that $4,000 at that time, it was me in a desperate way. It was the holidays. I had just gotten with Terry, the cocaine. I was robbing these motherfuckers. So I did the 2-week thing. I had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday left. Wednesday was Redondo Beach, something like that. But that weekend we did San Diego. So 30 miles outside, they had to get me a hotel. Right? So we're staying in what's before San Diego? Like 2 before?
La Jolla?
Not La Jolla, way before Centinela, Centinilla, Camarilla, whatever the fuck it was.
Maybe,
we're doing that thing there, and I'm watching this fucking idiot, and he's guarding that money. That thing is this fucking thick by now, and they got 2 of them. And I'm figuring if I can find out where he's stashing them, I just need one of them. I don't need both of them. I'm not greedy. I could take 2, and he could say when somebody robbed it. And this Sunday, I'm watching that bag. It's a Sunday, and we're in the bar, and he's got both bags in the suitcase, and he's carrying it with him. Then we go back into the theater, and he takes the thing, and he puts it in the back of his Nissan Pathfinder. So I'm watching this fucking suitcase like nothing.
Like a dog when he
Like
knows
a
something's
dog.
in your hand. When he knows meat in your hand.
Oh my God, guys. And I'm like, how am I going to? I go up to the car and I try to open it. It's closed. The trunk is closed. Because in between, I go up there. There's like a 45-minute. They show the movie. So I got to kill time. So we did the first show. And I'm like, how am I going to get this guy's money? I wanted to snort. They had paid me up front already for all the jobs. I had blown the money. And I wanted to snort so bad. I wanted to snort so bad. And it's Sunday night. And finally, he walks away. He leaves his keys on top of the counter. And I went over, bleep, and I opened the door, and I put the keys right back. And I got to go to my car. And he goes, all right. And he started talking to some chick that was a hot chick. And the chick detoured him. He went with the chick upstairs to show her the historic theater. And by this time, he took his keys. I took my car and pulled right up to his car, opened up the side door, went in, opened up the zip, and just stuck my hand in one of the bags and took a handful.
Oh my God.
Took it in, drove to the corner, popped the trunk in my car and hid it in the tire. I pulled the metal out and put the money in the tire. Didn't even count it, nothing. I fucking went back like nothing happened, closed his door. I beeped it and closed the door. I went inside, did the second show, and fucking left. And the whole way, he's like, you're not spending the night? I'm like, nah.
Oh,
This is 2000.
it's risky to not spend the night, doesn't it?
This is crazy.
Because if he sees
I
it's wrong.
had to snort coke. I wasn't staying in that fucking ghost town by myself. I flew up to L.A. I got up here like an hour 20. I went right to the Comedy Store. I got an 8-ball from the Martel Cartel. And I got like a gram from Chewy. And the Laugh Factory had this little waitress that was really, really cute. And she was a coke fiend.
He's always hired hot waitresses.
Oh, this girl was a heartbreaker. I was probably 36 or 37, maybe 38 tops, and this girl was probably 25 from Texas, big tits, short hair, just beautiful. And she shows up to the Comedy Store, and she's like, "I just broke the record. Some guy gave me a $200 tip." She goes, "I walked with $500. Where do I get an 8-ball?" And I go, "Right here." And I sold her the one I bought from the Martel Cartel. Because I still had coke from Chewy, and I could go back to the Martel Cartel. I didn't have a place to snort. I bought an 8-ball and didn't have a place to snort. Once the Comedy Store closed, I would have had to go home. Terry, I couldn't do that 8-ball at the house. So I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? She's
This
like,
in the Terry days?
yeah. And this girl's asking me, what are you going to do? And I go, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to go home. She goes, well, I'm going to get a hotel room by myself. So we got the hotel room across the street from the Comedy Store.
The Grafton or something?
Right there. That shitty hotel, the Sahara.
Yeah.
We got a hotel room. We started snorting up a fucking storm. And like at 7 o'clock in the morning, she looks me straight in the face. She goes, I don't want to fuck you, but I want you to pull my hair. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, pull my hair. And I go, if I pull your hair, I'm going to jerk off on your face. And she goes, oh, just show me your dick. And I was fucking.
What?
And one thing led to another. I go, you know what? I'm too coked up to deal with this. And I fucking run home, and I just fall asleep on the couch. And about 11 o'clock, I hear the phone ring and ring, and I pick up the phone. And it's a guy. He goes, Joe Diaz, this is Rick Pagano. Where the fuck are you? And I go, who? And he goes, Rick Pagano. You're on 11 o'clock with the director. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you're a producer session. There's a movie. How long will it take you to get up here? I go, 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. I had a long night. He goes, all right, get up here. I fucking brushed my teeth, just put water in my head, shot up there, and booked the movie. It was American Gun. It was a movie with,
that's the one with Silverman.
No, that's the movie.
It's the Way
with,
of the Gun.
That's the movie with whatever his fucking name is. I don't even know. Who gives a Frenchman's fuck? Let me just give the sponsors. Well, you guys are fucked up. I love it. Look at this. Tonight's Devil's Night. Both of you are going to leave fucking Uber tonight. But you know why they both need an Uber? Because they're not taking on the products. That's why I'm solid today. I took that hemp force protein. I took the Alpha 5. Look at me. I ate I ate 3 Chiba Chews this afternoon. 370 milligram
Chiba earlier.
That's 210 milligrams by the time I got here. I popped one of those things. I ate a half with Ari. Look at you two fucking guys. Like fucking The Walking Dead. Get it together. You look like 2 fucking Ebola victims. Get it together. Next thing you know, you're drooling at the fucking jaw. Of her eyes.
That's fucking anyway, the nurse got it.
What the fuck the nurse? I knew she was going to get it, but I'm happy that black dude
You knew
died.
she was going to get it. Who? You didn't even know about her.
One person was going to get it. One person was going to get it. Okay? But I'm very happy the black guy fucking died. I'm happy he died.
Are you happy?
The Ebola guy.
They can get it from your body now, even after you're dead. I know. You can still get it from people's bodies.
It's a fucking nightmare.
We're going to have to start burning bodies.
And you know, I love Africans. I love black people, but that shit, don't let them in. No more.
Oh, no. Maybe if we burn the bodies, it'll be in the air.
From fucking Liberia. Yeah, you can't do nothing. You got to ship them back. I knew that guy was going to die. It don't take a fucking genius. A white guy with fucking Ebola is going to get shot in Texas. Never mind a black guy. They couldn't wait to fucking light him on fire. Who are you kidding? The family even knows. They're suing him. They said he didn't get bro, that's a black guy with Ebola. If you're going to fucking come over here with Ebola, don't show up in Texas. Yeah. Go someplace white where there's nice people, like San Francisco. They're used to the HIV and shit. They'll welcome you right the fuck. You know what I'm saying? They'll welcome you in. We got the HIV. What's Ebola? Who gives a fuck?
Are you going to like the punchline in a couple months?
I don't give a fuck anymore, dog. This is what it is. It's true.
Those people with the HIV will be gone by
now. By the time they get the HIV, we're used to it. You might as well show up with Ebola. People be leaking from the ass and the mouth. Who gives a fuck anymore? Anyway, on the doc for the best products out there. Minimum optimization. This is what this is about. It's not a vitamin. It's optimization to make you a lot better as a person. As a thinker, we got the Alpha Brain. If you're trying to lift weights and get bigger and supplement yourself with the best protein out there, we got the, what's it called?
The Shumtech, right?
No, the fucking protein. Not the Alpha Brain.
The whey, the wheat whey.
No, you know what? The Hemp Force protein.
That's what I've been telling you.
16 grams of protein per servings. It's not just there. It just doesn't stop there. They have the New Mood. They have the Strong Bone, which I'm taking from my knee.
That's what I thought you meant.
They have so many other products that you should look at. They have the kettlebells. I can't help you with that stuff. All I can help you is with the nutrition side. Do me a favor. If you haven't gone to Omnit, go right now. Why fuck around? ONNIT, Onnit.com. See what they got. Give them a chance. Start with the Alpha Brain. There's a 100% money back guarantee. If the Alpha Brain ain't what the fuck I'm telling you. Wait, think I write these jokes before I get here? No. This is the shit I think of on the fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Today we're talking about that chick that maybe she got a bowl in her teeth. I didn't just write that. I fucking talk to you like a man. That's the Alpha Brain. You're always fucking firing on 2 cylinders. Do yourself a favor. Go to Onnit.com. Just get the Alpha Brain. 100% money back guarantee. We don't even want the product back. What do they put in the box?
Church.
CHURCH. Get 10% off. Get the Stay On It program where they deliver it to your house constantly every month on the first. You get an additional 10% off. Trust me. Go to Onnit today. Tell them Joey sent you. Go to church.com. Also, my favorite people in the world, HitE6.com. These guys don't only have a great product, but they're also a tremendous fucking marketing team. They got Edward Gaba. I love you. You guys are fucking great. I called Ed and told him why his company was so fucking great. These Hitty Cigs, whether you're trying to quit smoking or you just don't want to smoke no more, they're tremendous. They come in 0, 8, 16, and 24 milligrams with different flavors. They also have a cigar that I'm going to stick up Lee's asshole in 3 minutes.
What's he laughing about so much?
Stop fucking giggling.
What's he laughing
It's like
about?
somebody told him a German joke or some shit. Look at him.
Fucking read. What's he laughing about now?
Hitty Cigs. What are they pressing the box?
Church?
What are they pressing?
Joey's Church.
Joey's Church, and get 20% off.
What are you laughing?
The Cig online is $20. This is more hits. It tastes better. 1,200 guaranteed fucking pops.
It looks like
you
a blunt.
Me?
It's like a cigar.
This is tremendous.
It's a good cigar.
It's a great fucking cigar.
Tastes like a Cuban cigar.
And it lasts longer, and it's higher quality, and it tastes fucking tremendous. This is why I smoke here, all right? Don't fuck around. Go to hitecigs.com for the best e-cig on the fucking market. If not, I wouldn't be smoking.
And they got flavors for the cigarettes,
too. They got flavors, just the cigar alone. Just that they came up with the cigar and the taste.
I like how angry you get at the people you're delivering.
Because these motherfuckers don't know who they're fucking with. I feel like Jesus on the cross. Father, don't kill them. They don't know who they're fucking with. Go to hitecigs.com. This is what you want to be smoking right now.
I know.
Also to my friends at Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus is tremendous. You can watch Hulu Plus on anything that streams. Roku, Smart TV, whatever the fuck you
Apple
got.
TV.
Apple TV.
Family Guy's gotten a little better again.
Is Family Guy on?
Yeah.
Hulu Plus, you get them all.
You get them all. What else do you get on Hulu Plus?
American Dad, which
American
is
Dad is very good.
Bob's Burgers.
No, American
South
Dad
Park.
has ate a dick in the last couple of years.
Fucking South
American
Park
Dad
now.
is down. Oh, yeah,
Well,
South
it
Park's
got
back.
canceled.
South
I
Park.
think it's on TBS now.
Yeah, they moved to CBS, and rightfully so. They're not missing much. That's why.
Well, forget about that. We're talking about fucking Hulu Plus. I don't give a fuck about Bob's Burgers or whatever. I'm just telling you, you get it for $7.99 a month, and on top of that, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks for free. If you go right now and sign up, what do they put in the box?
Joey,
you get 2 weeks for free. Then it's $7.99 a month. You're not gonna get that deal from nobody. You think you're gonna go to Africa and they're gonna give you Ebola for 2 weeks? Then you're gonna want to come back and see if you want it or not? No, 2 weeks for free. That's how we roll at HuluPlus.com. HuluPlus.com. You can watch movies, TV shows, cartoons, and so much more.
they have the whole Criterion collection, like all those great movies. They have all
I'm telling you, they don't fuck around Hulu Plus. Go to Hulu Plus right now and press
Joey
in the box. Get 2 weeks for free on the arm. Then we'll talk about $7.99 2 weeks later. You're not going to get that deal from nobody. The TV just gives you $7.99 a month. They're not giving you 2 weeks to binge watch whatever the hell you want on your Roku, your smart TV, or your phone. Get your shit together.
Roku.
Go to HuluPlus.com right now. And also to my brothers, would you fucking guys stop talking over the ads? And also, much love to Dollar Shave Club. Who else gives you razors sent to your house right there? $1 a month, $6 a month, or $9 a month. The $6 deal is tremendous. The dollar deal is tremendous. 2 blades. The $6 deal is 4 blades. The $9 deal is 4 blades
and
with the aloe
strips.
Plus, right now they're giving you what for free?
The shave butter, right?
Shave butter for free.
What strips?
Whatever.
Aloe.
Go to Dollar Shave Club. What's with the fucking What's with the fucking question? This is Dollar Shave Club, all right? $1, $6, and $9 a month gets delivered right to your fucking front door. You don't have to go to the store and wait online with a bunch of people with bad fucking deodorant. You don't. What do you need? A razor with what? A flashlight on it? Fucking handles.
I have to get it for you now
alcohol. You don't need none of that shit. Go to Dollar Shave Club right now and get these high quality razors sent to your fucking door. Enough said.
I like the kind of razors where they show you in the old movies where you see somebody raising it and then you cut and you see somebody just holding their neck.
Yeah, it's a straight razor, but they don't deliver that Dollar Shave.
No, that's scary.
It's a felony.
Oh.
Don't trust anybody with that.
What the fuck? These people keep bothering
10
me.
o'clock.
Yeah,
10 o'clock is all as well. That's how we do it here, man. We don't fuck around here. I'm excited for your special, Ari.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
The podcast you did really hit home with me. I didn't know that Mitzi didn't pass
Tortured
you for 10
me?
fucking years.
Yeah, nobody.
And you're Jewish. Can you imagine you were black? It's like being an Ebola victim in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got Ebola, don't go to Texas, dog. They're just going to shoot you.
Yeah,
Everywhere
why
else,
bother
they
with that?
survived. They've survived in Maryland. They survived in Atlanta. They go to Texas. If
They
you're-
shoot you? Do you think that's what happened to him?
They
shot him?
They shot him with a lethal.
They're
dose
giving
of
Mexicans
fucking-
a break.
Oh.
They're gonna
Yeah,
just
they're
go
not
through
gonna.
other
They're not
people.
gonna take care of you in Texas.
Dump it in
and
Mexico.
now they're really pissed. Now those rednecks are going. See what happens for helping that fucking guy. One of our own got fucking. That's it. Don't go to Texas if you got Ebola. We'll shoot you on the spot, Jack. That's our next T-shirt. Don't go to Texas with Ebola.
It's better be timely before it kills everyone or it goes
When
away.
when did you get to the store, Ari Shaffir?
I got this store in 1999.
What made you go to the store?
I didn't. Nothing. I wouldn't even know it existed.
You didn't know.
Never had even heard of the place. I was looking for the Laugh Factory. I was driving down Sunset looking for the Laugh Factory, and I was like, "Oh, what's that place? Maybe I'll go there on the way back." So I went to look for a job at the Laugh Factory, and then I went in there, and that's the place you should go.
The Laugh Factory said no.
Yeah, they were like, we don't really even hire comics. I mean, we have day job stuff. There wasn't even a way in there. But comics are made a way in for people. That's what people say. It's like the Comedy Cellar. The Comedy Cellar doesn't have the regulars there that used to fucking be employees there. You know, there's a shitload of comics at the Comedy Store running ZC. Bobby Lee,
John Caparulo.
Yeah, they all used to be employees there. So it's like with the new employees, there's some sort of camaraderie of like, we're all sort of the same thing. You don't get too big-headed.
So who are we talking about, like, people having these low-paying jobs now and, like, complaining? Like, do you ever, like, when you look back at working at the store, and, like, they probably weren't paying you close to minimum wage, and then, but now...
$25 a night.
It ended up being for good. Like, there must have been people who, like, complained. And
there's some people like, this is not enough money, but for me, it was always like, we're not doing it for the money. We're here for the spots. The money's a bonus.
Those people are not there. They complained about the money. I guarantee you, because they didn't look at the fucking trees. They looked at the trees. They didn't look at the clouds behind the trees.
Right.
I was just working for the spot, and then the 2 spots. The 3 minutes on Sunday. That's all I was looking for. That's all I was working. You had to do at least 2 shifts, sometimes 3 shifts.
So you got that in 99. When did she pass you?
2003, I think.
So 4 years to pass you.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel when she passed you?
Pretty great. But also at the same time, it's sort of like everything I've gotten in my career. It's like I've just gotten over it by the time I get it. It's like that scene in Swingers when he's like, he's like, you gotta like not care and then she'll call you, but you can't just say I won't care. You have to really just not care anymore, and then they call you. So it was like, oh well, fuck this. And then she was like, I want you to showcase this Sunday, and I was like, oh, she's gonna pass me. And I was like, all right.
Did she pass you?
Yeah.
How'd you feel when you went home then?
I felt pretty good, man. I felt pretty good. It's such a weight lifted off my shoulders.
I mean,
God, it was home, like, finally.
The people at home must sit there and go, I'm turning this off if they talk about the Comedy Store. When you're a comic, it's everything. That's the Marines. That's it. If you ask me in one word, what's the Comedy Store mean to you? It means I made it to the Comedy Marines. Again, I didn't have the balls to join the regular Marines. I didn't want to take the blood test. But
that Pryor was on that stage.
I made
Red
it to
Fox
the Marines.
was on that stage.
It gives me a certain confidence. I never had anything. I'm a felon. I've had problems. But I'm a regular at the store. I don't even give a fuck about my name on the wall. That means nothing to me because there's a bunch of people's names on the wall that don't deserve to be on that fucking wall, that were friends with somebody.
And they got lucky.
So
Congratulations,
I don't give a fuck about the wall. I know in my heart that she passed me. She gave me the nod. And that's bigger to me than anything that could happen in this life for me, comedy-wise. I have bragging rights. I was made by Mitzi Shaw. I went in there, did it. I went in there 3 times. She passed me. I landed in L.A. January 29th, and she passed me February 19th. That's how fast it was.
Do you get pissed off when people say that?
No, that was pretty normal. That was always like the normal.
Really? Even after,
not 3 weeks.
No, not 3 weeks.
No,
not 3 weeks.
Even after, like, how many of the 4 years were you ready to be passed? Did you think?
Well, see, the store has spots for like new people. The Comedy Store has late night spots. They have a 12:15 spot, a 12:30 spot on a Tuesday, with 8 people in the room. That's not, Rogan's not taking that spot. Regular big comics are just not doing that. So that's like, all right, here's some scraps. Yeah, I was ready for that. I mean, 2 years in, probably I could have gotten it. And then 3 years in, I was like, come on, this is taking forever. Based on what else you're putting up in those spots, like come on.
What made you stay?
This is blind faith.
What made you not go to the Laugh Factory? What made you be like a lot of people who said, fuck the store, and went to the Emperor? Because I
went to the other places, but I just never stopped going to the store. I went to everywhere I could to get up.
All of us that are from the store, there's 10,000 of us that came out with that dream to make it to the store.
I remember at an alternative open mic, the Westwood Brew Co. I remember saying something. It was me and David Taylor and Nick Youssef and a few people being like regular comics in there. And I was like, how many of you guys hate the Comedy Store? And they like 80% of them raised their hand. And I was like, how many of you have showcased to get into the Comedy Store? And like 40% of them raised their hand, like sheepishly. It's like, yeah, you didn't get passed. You fucking hate the place.
You leave.
Then you left. You gave up.
You have no use for it. Once she doesn't pass you, you get a sour taste in your mouth. I know plenty of people that ran out of there and going, fuck this place.
She didn't pass me. It's like, all right, she took the blue pill today instead of the fucking green pill.
But I couldn't worry about them being passed or not. I was worried about myself. What do you want to do? Go in there and go, Mitzi, you got to pass somebody? She's not going to listen to me. In fact, she's going to throw me out with that person.
Yeah, people used to ask me, like, can you recommend me? I was like, listen, I'll just tell you right now, it's going to work against you. It's part of her torturing me is she's not going to pass you.
No. I didn't fuck with the store too much in that realm.
3 weeks? You got there and then 3 weeks later?
January 29th. I got here on a Monday, so that Sunday I didn't showcase, and the following Sunday I didn't showcase. I think it was the following Sunday. I lucked out because of Latino night, because they did Latino night at the Improv, and Richard Cooper saw me do it, and he passed me, and then Mitzi caught me at the end, and Eddie Griffiths.
End of what?
At the end of the Latino show. Latino
show at the Comedy Store?
Was Sundays from 7 to 9.
And that was privately booked, so that's the only reason you can get in there. Remember when Jay Davis did rock comedy? Ton of people, Brett Ernst, I think Sebastian, they all get in that way because Mitzi was like, popped her head in. She goes, oh, what's this? Oh, this guy's killing. That's how Holtzman got passed. He was in the belly room and she had her office up there. And she would like peer her head out. It's like, who's this guy?
So
she used to have a doorway right into the belly room. So if she heard while she was doing work, she heard somebody killing, she could like pop the door open right there. It's covered up there.
That's the only thing that's really missing now when I go up there is her. And I could tell she's not there. It's great, the store, and I have a great time, and it's the best workout room in L.A., but Mitzi sure is not there.
When she would come in, the fear, everyone would run. It was like she had so much power. It was like she was a mafia, but like knew she was in charge. Like she could walk out with like nothing and no bodyguard because no one would dare do anything to her. Joey would stand over when he was hosting, and she would like, that's when he was at his fattest, and she would just poke him in the belly and then go psst, like she's letting out the air.
I like Fat Baby.
Fat Baby.
She used to really like me. And I used to like her at the time.
Fat Baby.
Fat Baby. You were funny to me.
She would torture people but laugh about it. Holtzman hated following Tanya Lee Davis because she was the midget. He goes, it's not a fucking freak show. It's not a carnival act. I don't want it. And so she would always make him follow her.
If she found out something about you, that you had a quirk, she'd fucking run it. She'd push that envelope. If you broke up with your girlfriend and she was a regular, you were following that bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. That's once
so
she
mean.
broke up, she'd make you follow that bitch just on principle, just to see where your emotion was at, just to make sure. Lee, how you feeling, my brother?
I remember her coming over and giving a light when they did the cover booth. She would just like do the thing. And if you weren't there paying attention, but you had to be paying attention. But if you weren't, someone would come up. She said, give him the light. Oh, okay. It might be one of your friends on stage. He's been on stage 3 minutes. That's enough. She said, that's enough.
Oh, no.
The light would come on.
There's a kid that
she controlled it.
I saw a kid go down there that had a high hope when he came here.
Yeah.
I saw a kid that I knew personally.
The twinkle in his eyes?
From Houston that I saw him in Houston, and he was like, so how's the store? I'm like, the store's really good. He had a big ego. He won like Houston's funniest person, and he had all these witty jokes. And his manager was the club owner, and he kept saying, "Oh, this guy's better than anybody you've ever seen." And I saw him, and the guy was good, but there was a problem. He hadn't done nothing, and he had a huge ego. And right then, I knew it wasn't going to work for him. And sure enough, the comedy club owner used to book big names, so he became friends with people like Gersh and shit. And he said, let's put a showcase for this kid on a Sunday night. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget him walking in, and this guy thought this was his prized possession. I think the night they had gotten into town on Saturday, and he put him up late at the Improv, the 11 o'clock show, and the kid did okay. So he walked into the Comedy Store thinking he was fucking George Carlin. And I'm watching all this. I'm watching this go down.
It's a different room. It is the equalizer.
I'm not saying a word. And sure enough, they come over to me and they go, hey, he has a spot here at whatever for Mitzi, sure. Well, Mitzi wasn't supposed to go up for Mitzi. He set something up with somebody. And Mitzi walks in, and I walk up to her and I go, Mitzi, this is the kid that they approved, that Duncan approved him, whatever. Yeah. She goes, okay. And I go, the reputation, just to zing her, I go, the word on the street is he's the new Bill Hicks. And she looked at me, and I didn't have to know what she was saying. She looked at me like, this is going to be interesting. Like, you just fucked this kid's world up by telling me that.
Because if he's not that, then
and this kid had a huge ego. Young, he was gonna fuck it. I mean, he already had a following in Houston of the young comics, and he was telling them how he was better than this guy, and he worked with this guy, and he couldn't follow him, and Mitzi puts him up for 5 minutes. But they work it all out, 5 minutes, and his manager's in the back with his little pencil, like this, with his hands like that, like, watch this, guys. And a bunch of people had gone up, like open mic store guys that were good. And this fucking moron goes up there. And after the first joke, nothing. Second joke, nothing. Third joke, this guy's swimming up there in death. And Mitzi's like, and he's dying. And Mitzi's like, give him the light. Give him the light.
She would say it as loud as that.
Loud.
And you could hear it. You could hear it. You're like, come on, fucking just turn the light on already. Fucking
she looked at me.
I'm already killed.
She looked at me and she goes, Bill Hicks my ass.
Oh, my God.
Get him off the stage. Oh, my God. This kid got off the stage, walked right down the stage, didn't even thank her. And the manager waited like 8 minutes and then went back there. When they left, when they walked into the Comedy Store, they were together. When they left, the manager was 10 feet walking ahead of them. That kid lasted maybe 3 months in this town. In fact, he became an editor.
Really?
He became an editor's assistant. He did that nights, and that was his bailout. This sucks. I'm not getting spots. I didn't move to LA to be an editor. I'm going back to Houston. His soul was so fucking done when it got back to Houston. He never did comedy again. He packed his bags and went back to school and became like some fucking hockey ref or some shit. How's that one for you? That's the power of Mitzi Shore.
You had to walk by her after you got off.
Yeah, after you got off.
Even if you know it was like a B- or a C+, you're like, maybe she'll see the real me. And she'll want to pass me, though. And then you walk by, and she's like, oh, thank you, Mitzi. And you go, oh. I just keep walking.
The first time I did a set in front of her, I walked, and I didn't even talk to her. And as I was walking out, she grabbed me.
She called you. Yeah, she would do that.
She grabbed me. She goes, I'll see you next week. You have 10 minutes? And I go, yeah. She goes, 10 minutes.
She'd call you back to where it was. It used to be you go do a 3. She liked you to do a 6. She liked you to do a 10, and then you're in or out.
You're in or out. Fucking amazing. You have no idea where your stomach and gut is.
But then every once in a while, she would see some awful person at 3. She goes, oh, that's good enough. Seen enough. You're in. You're getting great spots.
But, like, not anything against any of them. But when you say there's something like that, why are clubs now hiring a ex-waitress who's 22 to do it?
To do what?
To say if someone can go do spots at their club.
I mean, that's pretty much who she was, though.
When she started. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
she
but
just
not
got
everyone's
knocked up,
Mitzi
and then
Shore.
they were like, book the show. And so she had fucking 40 years of experience. And it wasn't like she was the best. She would pass terrible people, too.
Oh, she would?
But it was the place you had to go through.
But you know what?
Dice said it. Dice was like, could I have been as big without her? It's like, maybe. But I don't know.
She made me a comic. Those 12, 15 spots made me a comic.
You had to follow Dice.
Made me
You had to go
Was she
on
there every
late.
night?
No.
No.
But she knew what she did. You knew. And if you were smart, you'd just tell her.
She wouldn't stay that
Unless
late.
she-
Even if
unless
she
she
was
fucked
there, she
with
wouldn't
you.
stay at 12, 15. She'd be like, all right,
No. She was never there for me at 12, 15. She was there early. Some Sundays she'd watch your host.
I used to drive her in. And sometimes she'd be like, oh, I don't feel like going in. But you had so many people showcasing. The list was so backed up. They had to try to convince her to come in. So maybe some of your friends get past.
Can you imagine that? She would get there and go, I don't want to go in.
And I was like, Mitzi, oh yeah, she was in the back, just wouldn't go in. But I was like, come on, go break some people's dreams. She goes, oh, okay, yeah.
But what if like that
She's
person
evil.
doesn't like a certain type of comedy? Like, let's say she didn't
That's
like
the
dirty comedy.
that's the problem. Sure, then you're fucked. Yeah. She didn't like old jokes after a while. You did an old person joke, shit, you're out. You wore a baseball cap. She didn't like that. You're out.
Like what?
Why didn't you warn them?
What about when you get passed? Can they unpass you if you start sucking?
No, but
You
pass
won't
your
get
pass
spots.
forever, but she just will never give you a spot.
You never get a spot.
Then you're not a regular. You're a paid regular. But you're not like, but you're not a regular. You're just passed.
It's a weird it's a weird stomach, man. And that, you know, Ari, after I heard
Paid regulars were the ones that are there regularly.
After I heard the podcast, I really figured out in my mind why you wanted to shoot the special there and what it meant to you. And you were telling me you left that part out. You were just bulldogging me like, I need to shoot it there. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But after I heard the podcast and you said all that, I understood why. It was just, it felt like it was just the right thing to do. To just justify everything. Even if you fucking get hit by a truck the 30th.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
justified everything.
Exactly.
It came full circle.
Yeah, man, exactly.
And sometimes when life comes full circle, you go, Jesus fucking Christ, and you're too young for it to come full circle. I mean, you probably had experiences where.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, I can going back to like your old high school. Essentially, that'd be like giving the commencement speech at like your high school or college. I would have to imagine.
Fuck commencement.
When I had to talk with Comedy Central about doing it there, so they're like, "What do you want to do?" And I know my people had told them that I want to. I didn't want to ask directly because I didn't want to say no. But I was like, "Look, I know you're open to me doing it at a club, which is cool." And I was like, no matter where we do it, it's gonna be good. I was like, but I'm gonna do a special there. It's either gonna be this one or it's gonna be another one, but I'm going to do a special there. So, here's the reasons why I think we should do it there. And then you let me, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Is it sold out already, Ari?
Yeah, I got some extra tickets though, but yeah.
I just think it would be a nice thing for people. I'm sorry, Ari, I didn't know, and I canceled the last one, so I can't cancel this one.
It's all right.
If there was a way I could get out of it, I would. Halloween week and give that night to somebody else and just come down and just watch the magic, because that's what it's going to be. I understand. When I went back, it's changed me. Going back to the store 2 months ago.
Say what's happened. So you're going up in rooms that don't know you, and following killers, and people that haven't gotten a shot yet, and just want to prove it every night by fucking slaying, by hitting on all cylinders every night.
That's the comedy store.
And you're like, fuck, all right, give me a break.
That's the comedy store. That's what the difference. That's what makes a difference from the Ha-Ha and the Flappers and all the other clubs. When you walk into the comedy store, you got to go in there with both cylinders cooking.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've spoken about this before. Listen, in your life, you all have your own personal comedy store. Doesn't have to be a comedy club. It could be a place of work. It could be a guitar place where you go play the guitar, the flute, or whatever the fuck it is that you do. There's a place that means that much to you because you went in there with nothing.
Yeah.
You went in there with nothing. You got baptized in there. So for you people, if you get a chance to see Ari anywhere, this is just a beautiful time in your life. When are the Storytellers show airing? This is not happening. What are you hearing?
They're going to start January, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're going to air my old special at the beginning of that.
So
Passive Aggressive.
So the special, the old one.
Yeah,
okay.
And then they'll air this one at the end of it in March.
So they bought the one from Chile?
Chill.
And who got the money?
I got the money. Chill pretty much gave it back to me. I owed them a little bit of money, so I paid them off. So it was mine. So they're renting it.
That's a beautiful thing, Ari.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful man. That's why this happened. Comedy is a fucking journey, just like anything else you're going to do. And I never thought that my journey would be highlighted by a podcast.
Yeah.
Who would have fucking thought that this is what highlighted?
Yeah, it's weird. It wasn't even a thing.
And nobody prepared for this. When I got into comedy, Judy Carter in the book said nothing about in 10 years there's going to be a podcast.
I met the guy who did the power list of like things you need to talk about to get a development deal. Remember that list?
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
You have to check off how many of these boxes can you check off. The more it is, the higher quotient for a development deal. It's crazy. It's like, where are your parents? Where are they from? What kind of jobs do you have? Tell me about your friends. Tell me what your weirdest friend is. Do you have any brother with disability? Do you have a sister with a disability?
Oh, it's like joke premises?
It was like if you talk about this, you go to Montreal, you'll get a deal. I met him. Okay, who made that list.
Did he get a
stands
deal?
by it. No, it wasn't a comic. It was like an agent or something. He stands by it. He's like, yeah, that's the way to get one.
Wow.
He's like Moneyball for comedy.
Listen, man.
But that place, so like they didn't even have like, there was no spots. You're like, oh, I have to follow this guy. But then you're like, Bobby Lee, fuck. But then you're like, where else are you going to go that's easy? And there was no other spot. Freddie Soto, Sebastian. Sometimes somebody like that, like Sebastian, would kill so hard the next guy, who's also a killer, would have trouble. Couldn't follow the wave. So like Caparulo wouldn't do good. And then the guy who would follow Caparulo, since he didn't do good, would fucking crush. Bret Ernst would crush so hard. So the guy after him, so you could see it. You're like, well, how far away am I? Am I an up or am I a down? It'll just keep going up and down each comic. You're like, I think, fuck, I'm going to get the down.
It's a fucking amazing thing down there, man. I'm happy I went back down there.
Me too. I'm glad you're back there.
No, and I'm happy that you're going to get to shoot the special because it's going to help a lot of people. Just know that there's an end to this. When you're showcasing for Mitzi the third time, you don't know if there's an end to this.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows that feeling of in 3 hours. You can't. You want to kill in front of Mitzi.
Yeah.
You're going to kill. You just don't know if they're going to take the ride with you, When you're killing, it's great. You want to fucking come all over yourself and rub it on your head and your hands. But comedy's a beautiful thing. Life is a beautiful thing. And You can't prepare for this, Ari, what you did. You can't prepare for, storyteller. This is not happening. Started in the back room at the Improv, which they don't even have.
Yeah, you were there first episode. They don't have it anymore.
They don't even have it anymore.
Is.
And this is where, so what you did is something that, people are either going to start copying and doing, starting from scratch, and believing in their product.
DIY, brah. They're not going to help you, then fucking move forward. Do it yourself, I guess.
And this is what this style of comedy has helped. That we're doing all our own work. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I didn't stop working till 7. I was knee deep in emails and whatnot till 7, bro. That's it. That's part of my fucking job. And then after I washed my pussy and ate, and she took it to the park, I wrote for a fucking hour. Then I had to go to an audition at 11. Then, there's no schedule. There's no hours. There's no Sabbath. I get off that fucking plane on Sunday. I sleep for 3 hours. Once I eat dinner with my wife and with the family, that's it. I go back to work. I answer emails. I plot my week out. I get up Monday. It's amazing how hard you work. This is fucking work for you people who think that we just get on planes and everything's great and people put you in first class.
Weird thing is we're not trained at all to do any of this stuff. So it's just like trying to I don't know, what garage
It's trial and fucking error, guys.
Only open it.
Life is trial and fucking error. If you're going to get anywhere with this fucking life, it's trial and error on your own. And you're going to have people around you.
And it's like, what if you fail? It's like, yeah, you probably will.
You probably will.
So what? So then go the next, just keep going, do something, learn. Make an attempt.
Lee and I discuss this every couple of days about how people... You also have your eye on people. And you're like, oh, he's doing this. I'll try it this way. You learn from other people by emulating. Our biggest, the way we learn is by emulating.
Yeah.
So you see, oh, I like that, but I'm going to do it this way and move my arm like that.
Yeah, I hold the mic stand like Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
And then I morphed it from there.
Listen, brother. I wish you the best. I know it's going to be a great special.
Thanks,
I know
man.
how hard you work.
Thanks.
I love you. I love the Jews.
Yeah, you used to bring me up at open mic night.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You would bring up all the employees with the fucking coked out. He would look at the list. He would open and close his hand like this, just open and close. Just look at this. Can't decide if he's going to go back into material. We're all waiting, or read the next name. It might be like Dave Mashinowitz, which his name is Dave Mashevitz. Dave Mashinowitz, or he'd be like, another thing, these fucking people. At the 7-Eleven, they try to get you. Oh, don't get me. Anyway, coming to the stage. But no, sometimes you go down there, you want a sausage.
He knows.
You just keep doing this while he's deciding.
Hosting taught me a lot down there.
Oh, hosting
Nobody
was
wants
the
to
greatest.
host. Nobody likes to host.
It was the greatest for 3 hours. 3 hours of every 3 minutes.
Up and down.
Next.
All those 3-minute nights are the worst.
Because you can't really do anything. You just have to sit there and watch.
What do you got tomorrow, cocksucker?
I got you, and then Josh Wolf.
And where you going tonight to eat?
I'm gonna try to go home. I have some turkey at home if I want to eat.
What kind of turkey?
Like mesquite, like one of those ones that's like roasted in a weird way.
You gonna put it on honey wheat bread? What kind of bread?
I have
no
whole
bread.
wheat. Whole wheat.
Whole wheat.
Yeah. I put brown mustard. That's it.
All right. And where are you this weekend, my brother?
San Diego, California.
Oh, at the American Comedy Company.
American Comedy Company.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, San Diego.
Yeah.
I will be at the Joke Factory this weekend in Baltimore, Maryland. Bring your bulletproof vest. The following week,
I went to my first 2 shows there.
Yeah,
My first 2 shows I ever went to, I went there
at the Joke Factory.
at the Comedy Factory out. The old, that's what it is. And we saw a fucking MC, and he did the same joke the second time, and I felt betrayed. I was like, what? You already told this one. I know the joke too.
What is it?
They got that penis enlarger cream. Supposed to rub it all over your penis. Well, my hand is fucking huge now.
Oh, jeez. Wouldn't your hand get bigger?
Yeah.
So the Joke Factory this Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next week I'm at the Home Field Sports Bar and Grill in Miami. And the week after that, the 29th, I'm at the Ice House.
We walked out. There were people in the audience that got racist from fucking Pikesville people. And there was a black comic on stage during the second time. And Kate Hicks was like, they kept fucking saying semi-racist shit at him. And he kept coming back. Well, we liked him. He was doing good. And they kept saying, and then eventually we were like, all right. And Kate was like, you want to get out of here? I was like, yeah, we left in protest. The people in the audience, the racist people from Pikesville.
You're a beautiful man.
I forgot about that.
All I kept thinking about was just the Comedy Store Good stuff from the joke factory.
Let's do this. Let's go smoke this fucking joint.
Oh, no.
We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Ari Shaffir, I love you. Flying Jew, I love you. Read out these on it. Hulu Plus, Hitty Sigs, and Dollar Shave Club. Read these motherfuckers out and let these people know what's crack-a-lackin'.
And you have a podcast. You have 2 podcasts.
I have a podcast called Punch Drunk Sports Podcast, which I'll eventually get you on Tuesdays at noon to 2 Pacific. Call in. And then I have Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank, which is my other podcast. It's just me. But the more fun one is the sports one. Punch Drunk Sports.
I like Skeptic.
And the more serious one, is the Skeptic Tank.
All right, guys. Now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial of Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Support this podcast and get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus when you go to huluplus.com/Joey or go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Hulu Plus banner. Also, don't forget to sign up for DollarShaveClub.com. Get high-quality razors sent to your door every month for a fraction of what you pay at retail. Go to DollarShaveClub.com/church or just go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Dollar Shave Club banner. The show is also sponsored by Onnit. Get 10% off when you use code word CHURCH on any great products like Alpha Brain, New Mood, ShroomTech Immune, ShroomTech Sport. And lastly, at hitesigs.com, the proof is in the vape. They have cigars and e-cigarettes. Use code word JoeyChurch to get 20% off.